So, with your target set on the dwarf mage from Ass, your travels took you to a large party and celebration for the people of the Stale Lands and Calibri. It was quickly hijacked by the local magical menace, which led to some hijinks. The interesting times didn't stop as you were then tasked to escort the drunk mage you needed answers from back to her hotel. In the room, you found the marble statue of an orc, and then proceeded to question the dwarf. Your good cop, bad cop routine gave you the material components of the ritual spell used to transmute Primera and the name of the person who taught the dwarf this power. After this discussion about how you are going to handle the reckless spell casting of Miss Waitstone, there's a knock at the door. So everyone's in the room.
Everyone jump out the window.
For Dulrich, Bo just headbutt her twice. See, I imagine he was just kind of getting pissy. Smear woke her up with a small smell and some curing things, whatever. Kind of like, oh, wake back up again.
Smelling salts.
Yeah, you guys have been discussing about basically pressing charges and how you might do this. You were kind of in a moment there, but it's been a few minutes since you've been in here, so suddenly there's a knock on the door.
Quick, throw in the bag of holding.
Doya says, I'll go get it. Doya starts moving towards the door to open it.
Okay.
If nobody stops her, she's gonna open it.
Should we let that open?
I mean,
sure. If you stop, don't stop Doya.
High enough perception check as she's reaching to the door and kind of like, you hear a jingle of keys from the outside.
So we're gonna get company whether we want it or not.
Doya opens the door. Nobody's stopping her.
You open the door and you see a male room service attendant. He's got the keys in his hand, about to unlock the door. Beside him is a dwarf male and a rather butch-looking female, just muscly-looking female human in really nice leathers, but they also have clubs. The room service attendant just, good evening.
Doya lifts her hand. She's like, hello.
Now, it's our job to ensure the health and safety of our guests. I understand you were allowed to escort a guest to her room, but it's been some time. We've been asked to check in on the situation. Is there a problem that's held you up? And he's kind of just trying to look into the room.
Yeah, she was feeling a bit sick, so we're giving her first aid. As soon as she's ready to go to bed, we'll leave.
Oh, make a deception or persuasion of your choice. Technically, you have administered aid to her in the last little minute. It's not wrong. It's just, and thankfully the chair is kind of out of line of sight of the door, so he can't quite see where she is. 19.
Nice.
Gonna roll.
I mean, if you want to take up the rest, I don't mind.
No, it's okay. Well,
remind me what state she's in again.
Oh, she's got a kind of a bruise on her forehead. I think you guys basically just woke her up and asked another question, or I believe, and then just proceeded to go like, okay, but she's basically calls magical assault. What are we gonna do about this?
I'll be right back. Something just beeped. Sorry.
Beep.
Right.
So we kind of past some of you, and it's okay. Has the situation been handled? It'd maybe be best if we brought in some of our professionals for this. Like, he seems to believe you.
I mean, Marvel's done here, so unless one of you wants to stop him, he's just gonna say like, yeah.
Did we get what we came for out of character?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff, and I don't think she's telling us anymore.
I've been muted.
Ha.
Were you trying to say something?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it works. I was being a smartass. I was like, oh. I thought that was funny. No response. But no, I think
I don't think we can get anything more out of her right now, and I don't think even if we wanted to, like, to a citizen's arrest or something, this would be the best time to do it.
Yeah, so I think we've accomplished our civic duty for the evening. We should return to our own homes.
Excellent. They all kind of step off to the side, blocking the hallway and only letting you really go down the whole part of the hallway that would be towards the exit.
Yeah, all right, cool. We go.
Yep.
Okay.
Doya waves goodbye to them as they leave. Have a good day. Or night.
And I might have missed you saying it, Sumner. I am still a cat, right?
You are
For
still a
like another
cat.
20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, by the time you guys get maybe down the steps, sorry about here, back where the bird problem happened, you would uncat. Is Doya still holding Grewin by that time?
Probably.
Yeah, so she uncats in your arms. Make a strength check.
Are
just
they
'cause-
are they intending to go in the room? Is that the understanding?
Make an insight check on them as you're kind of walking away.
Okay. That's not good for me, but
That could be worse.
Yeah, that's not the worst roll ever.
You're not quite sure what they're going to do, but as you guys walk away, the guards follow you, and more or less kind of like they keep their distance, like their job's kind of done, but the room attendant isn't with them. Make of that as you will. And yes, by the time you get out down the stairs, unless you have anything else, Grewin will uncat, and you won't be able to hold her.
That sounds like a challenge.
Well, with that 8, it was a failed challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Not with that attitude.
The blue kind of bright white on blue colored not stale, but furred cat turns it back into a dragonborn.
was the room on the first floor or the second floor?
It probably would have been on the 3rd floor.
So basically, Doya drops Grewin.
Yeah, there's no other way that could be, and that's kind of, I think, what she was expecting to have happen.
Does
sorry.
everyone accidentally hiss when they hit the floor?
Why would she hiss if she's not a cat?
Residual effects? It is amusing now.
Oh,
No, she does not hiss.
Doya kind of reacts in surprise, and then she looks at Grewin and, oh, hi, Grewin.
Hi.
So
Doja.
you were the cat.
Yes, that was very strange.
Doya nods in agreement.
And for Dulric, the name of the person who had taught the dwarf that spell was someone called Rosemary Watts Carver. Just so we at least have that information. Because you were there in the room, you
Right.
would have heard it.
I'm good with names, so I'll keep it to memory.
That you are.
We've also got
See-
a location.
You guys all just go. Where are you going? On the stairs.
To sleep, because tonight sucked.
So you all go back to your house?
Yeah.
I think
Probably a
so.
good
I don't think
idea.
we have any other pending business.
Well, for the most part,
Both.
everyone would. Sorry?
Both still got shit to do. Bo's gotta go make a report.
Okay. That's
He's
okay,
pissed.
we're fine.
He's 110% pissed.
I said, Greenwind, who are you following? Because you can kind of, it's in the same area basically where you're staying. As you kind of find out that big purple pink dot is where they'll end up being. But you're up here where you'd stay, in the embassy area.
Oh, she's
What I
going
mean. Oh, you're going. Okay. Good. You guys split off
Jeez.
at one point.
She is now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
and I think from my understanding of how things are laid out, they'd have to end up going the same way anyway.
For the most part.
So yeah, she has to go that way anyway to get back to where she is.
I just didn't know if you were gonna hang out with the house.
Well,
Um,
I thought we had agreed. I thought my at least I had a character. I thought my had landed on trying to press charges or do something.
Sure, I just didn't know if
I
you
You
was ever
vaguely
gonna
talked
see your
about it,
home.
but not in any way like how you wanted to go about it. So
Okay, so as you guys go, the Rewen, you would probably have more of a knowledge, but I'd like to see if Bo knows where he's gotta go. Roll an investigation check to find out where you even have to go to do that.
Oh, I know.
That sounds
know-
like
I
being
know
the
what the
snitch
answer
to me.
is. I know what the answer is going to be, and I don't like it.
Okay, yeah, it's just up here by City Hall.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like an ass complaint board.
No. So you want to? Bo goes off in that direction. Rewen, were you just going back to the embassy? Where you were
And
staying?
she's
or-
gonna, she is gonna follow Bo because I do. Now that he's brought that up, I do remember her.
Anybody else going
indicating-
in that direction, or were you just going home?
Doria's
Damn.
going home.
Yeah,
Alden's
it was the-
probably had enough, and he's done for the night.
Yeah, it was the meowing thing. Meow once for yes,
Yeah.
twice for no.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that conversation, and I think that was what her answer was. I don't actually remember.
I'm pretty sure that she had thought that, like, no, this is bullshit.
Okay,
Meow,
I
meow.
just didn't know who was going where. Ulrich, are you going with the snitches, or are they going home?
Yeah, seeing that her room's on the third floor, I'll go with the head back home.
Okay. So, for those who are going to the kind of closed down but still open, kind of like guard station where you can do this kind of thing, like the kind of head guard area, you walk in the door. There's a newer looking, maybe younger, reception. No, it's a receptionist, but like a person just sitting at the desk there. Said, "Oh, yes, can I help you?"
Go on, Maya. I haven't had my drink yet. I'm not ready to roleplay.
Okay. Still have to work myself back into Greenwood, apparently.
Have a drink. It'll help.
Usually doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, this is good practice to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think how we'll do into this then. So she'll explain what had led up to that, because I'm a little bit fuzzy on what led up to actually having the get together in the first place, the party.
Oh yeah, you were just invited to this big celebration,
Okay. I
and
wasn't
you met
part
these
of like
old
the
friends there.
Okay, I wasn't part of like the dwarf thing then. All right, that's what I was
No.
trying to. Alright,
You were just
so-
more or less. March knew you guys had been friends, so he said, "Hey, go hang out with your friends," and then they did that.
and then that whole mess happened. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's
now,
how I met your mother. Oh shit! I didn't take my meds.
so she'll say,
everyone's been hanging out with the wrong kind of people.
yeah, apparently. So she'll explain to the guard that while she was at the celebration today, there was someone who had been drunk and injured, I believe, at the dwarf. And so they walked her back to the inn. While she was being walked back to the inn, she cast a polymorph spell on her and turned her into a cat. And as the discussion had gone on while they were taking her back, she'll fudge the idea that this happened after they had interrogated them. They found out she's been doing this to other people, and she
Make a
wants to make a
deception check.
report. Okay.
Yeah, like this guy statue.
Okay, well, he takes this report in, kind of writes it down. He's kind of like panicky. You get the impression he may be a little inexperienced. Night shift, kind of like, oh, okay. Right now, who's the person you're running the press charges against? What was their name?
Does she know the name of the dwarf? I don't know the name of the dwarf.
Waitstone,
Okay, and they just write it down.
leader of ass, transmutation specifically.
Oh, okay. And he looks a little more nervous when you're just saying that. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a crime against humanity. And he kind of like
I'm
motions towards
not-
the statue, like, touch it.
Oh, you brought Primera out with you?
No, I brought the orc with me because I
The
brought the
orc.
orc to. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so I
yeah.
didn't know who had what or where. You should have let me know this stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Also,
I thought I mentioned
just-
putting it in the bag, but yeah, that's.
I don't know if you were going to be able to carry both statues in one bag. Because they're both
How mu-
3
how much
feet
do they-
tall,
How much do they weigh?
as much as a 3-foot tall marble statue would weigh. Probably pretty heavy.
Density of marble.
It's pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah.
I was probably just fudging it, letting you tape it in the first place. Considering all your other weight, you certainly wouldn't have had to. So one of you would have been carrying the orc home.
Yeah, I agree. We could have carried it.
Okay,
Probably
so the
what,
entire
20
time,
feet square.
the entire time you would have been hearing the orc just screaming.
Could I have carried it? Because we would have had. I would have still been a cat when we left.
He would have still
Oh.
been a cat.
If that's another thing,
I fucking carry it.
I was because no one brought up what they were doing, and I did gloss over it. How are you getting the out of the room?
We walk to it.
In
You
front of all
walked
the.
out in front of the guards
They didn't
with
roll for
something
it.
you did not walk in with.
They didn't roll for it. They're dumb.
To be fair, I forgot.
I don't. Yeah, it's a good point though. I don't know. I didn't know there was an orc statue. I mean, I remember you guys saying that. But why would we take the orc statue?
Ask him.
The weight of the
We-
statue will vary depending on the pose, but in general, a single figure statue on average that is 30 inches tall weighs 120 pounds.
3 inches or 3 feet?
Looks like it said 30 inches.
But no R's.
3 feet, which is just a little bit more than 30 inches.
30 inches is 2.5.
Oh, so it shrinks him as well. It's not like a full sized orc made of marble.
No,
Even
no.
so,
Oh, okay.
it says a 40-inch tall statue is 225 pounds. So,
Okay, so how much on your that bag of holding went, Terry?
it can carry 500 pounds. So I can carry both of them. Just. It's a good thing I don't have all the water in here anymore.
All right then. And nothing else. So you take everybody else's weapon out. You hand
Okay,
it
so
back.
it's in
You
the
would have
bag
already
of
done that.
holding. Okay.
All right, so you pull the orc out. You just
Covered in glitter.
put this. Is it? I'm sorry. What is this?
One of her victims.
So what did you say? I didn't quite touch that.
One of her victims.
This is evidence.
Touch it.
If this is evidence, we have to take this.
Touch him.
I
This is-
am
this
not
is
allowed
gonna-
to touch him.
This
But
gonna
if
be
this
good.
is evidence,
He
I
taps
have
for
to
you when-
take this from
this is
you.
he's gonna tap for you anyway. This is gonna be good. Go ahead. That's evidence. It's an orc that she turned into a statue against its will.
What's an orc?
It's like a person.
Okay.
I'm afraid
Well,
it is
if
a person.
you are logging this class, you're bringing this in as part of this this police report,
Yeah.
this guard report.
Yeah.
Very well.
Assuming a
he-
pretty slim statue, I'm coming up with 500 pounds.
I guess it would depend on the town of region. Her orcs are probably pretty bigger, but size wise. If you want, he'll stand up and go to grab it over the desk and pull it towards himself. And as he pulls it towards him, it screams in his brain, and he goes and then I'm gonna make them make the dexterity saving throw.
He's gonna kill the orc. Cool.
Oh no.
Natural 20, you're fucking lucky.
Oh!
He manages to get it so it doesn't fall, but he's just not touching it again, and he's looking around. He's like,
Yeah, he seems to be.
Sit
an
right there.
doesn't he?
and then he goes. He kind of like rings a bell on the side, and after a moment or two, one or two guards, they kind of like on the night shift, like, what's going on? We need to take this into custody, into evidence.
Yeah.
And then so they'll.
Make sure there's some anti-magic warning so somebody doesn't try to steal it.
They basically take the statue from you.
Bo
Is
doesn't
there
care.
any other evidence? Is there anything else like this? You said this is one of the victims. Do you have more?
I have one more, but
Then we have to.
oh,
No, I'm
she's-
sorry, sir. We have to catalog this as evidence.
I knew this was going to happen. No, she's dying.
I saw
Yeah.
this come
That
too.
does-
Yeah.
I don't understand the methods of this magic, but we have people who have to. This is evidence. We have to take this in. If you're refusing to do so,
Yeah.
then that, unfortunately, is going to show up on the report.
Okay.
Might not lead in your favor, but very well.
Have a good evening. Bo just leaves.
Okay.
And Grewin goes to follow after him because she's not gonna stick around now.
So you guys leave, and Grewin, do you follow? Do you just go back to your embassy, or?
Yeah, I think she's gonna go back to the embassy because she's gonna want to find March and say, it's never easy with these people.
All right, so you guys go to your individual places. And unless there's anything else, you guys have your long rest.
Yeah.
All right.
So I might swap these around in the morning. I might swap my fusions around in the morning, so
Sure.
I'm gonna look at them. We can deal with that later.
So
Oh, pardon me.
you guys are all. So for those of you who are in the home,
Mhm.
you're having your breakfast. Here, I'll show you just because this is their home. 'Cause they wouldn't show it to you. I'll show it to you.
Technically, I think they would have been okay if she followed. She just
Yeah, but you
wanted
just
to
didn't
go
want
and
to.
talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
she just wanted to go to talk to March and say
I mean,
these
Bo
people
would have
get into so
happily
much
invited
trouble.
Greenwood back.
Nobody did so. Well, that it's an empty room that is just not going to be used, I guess.
She'll probably stick around once all this is over.
So you guys are having your
Yeah.
breakfast, and there's a knock on the door.
This is why I was thinking about. Yeah, this is why I was thinking about changing it. I'd already. I'm not answering it.
I'm not answering it.
Hmm,
This
let
is how
me
this is
answer
gonna
it
go,
this
huh?
time. Doya,
Zoya's already at the door. It looks like.
You know, Alden's already had enough of a night without being armed.
There's a back door, right?
oh,
There's a few side doors.
There's,
Yeah.
there's a side door and a back door.
Yeah,
The
cool,
SD and the BD.
I'm just. Bo's just gonna just walk out.
Zoya, as you open the door, a letter is in front of you, and then it drops to the ground. You don't see anybody. It's just sitting there now. Really?
Usually.
I had my microphone muted. I am sorry.
We suspected as much, and it's just how long.
So-
No, it's just that's how long it took Dory to process what she.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doya's
Doya goes to
very
the door.
confused.
Doya goes to the door. She sees the letter drop, and then she steps outside briefly and looks from side to side to see if she can find anybody.
Just
And if not, she's gonna pick up the letter and go back inside, and then she's gonna read it in the doorway.
okay. It just basically says, "I'd like to come to an arrangement. Meet us outside at that particular location." It'll describe it.
She tries
Kind
to
of like a
see
nice
who
cursive.
is there. Does it signify who it came from?
I mean, I've got a pretty good idea of who it came from.
Yeah, I gotta guess too.
There's no signature. This is a very nice writing.
It's
Paper's
Papa's
really
writing.
nice.
It's Papa's writing.
Okay, so she kind of tries to figure out for a second, then she goes back to the table and she still has her letter in her hand. She's scratching her head. We have this strange letter. I don't know who it's from, but they said they want to meet.
Bo's already outside.
Doya looks up and she looks from side to side. Where's Bo?
I mean, I'll be honest, that's not what I thought was gonna happen. I thought it was the guards trying to come get evidence, so I just left.
I know.
Show me that.
The Doya passes over to Marble.
Sumner, I am.
Doesn't ring any bells.
I didn't get a message because this is what I was gonna do anyway. But
Doesn't ring any bells. What does the note say, Marvel?
Just throw him the note. You like reading, right?
Yes, I don't even need much effort for this.
You need me to repeat it?
No.
Okay. Because I basically made it up on the spot.
I feel some of the events of last
Sunrise
evening may have come to haunt us. Perhaps we should.
The location isn't like out of nowhere, like this is sketchy. You can recognize that. It's like there'll be people around, kind of. It's not.
At least it's a public place, but I mean, it still could be an ambush. I think it's safe to assume this is from our friend at Ass.
We have a friend at Ass?
I don't know why you assume that. Oh wait, I know. It's because you assume stupid shit all the time.
Well, she's the only one we dealt with.
She doesn't know where we live.
I think she has enough clout that she could have discerned that information rather
You know
quickly.
who already knows where we live? All the notables in this town. The fucking merchant who wanted the statue in the first place. The black market guys. Like, you got a lot more options, man.
I think we need to stop leaving people alive.
I think we need to
But
stop
that's not
listening to what they say.
nice.
Too many loose ends. Well,
Whatever, I'm gonna go
regardless,
check it out.
we could figure out who it is.
Are we going to meet them?
Yes.
Okay.
We
Do I
are
make-
taking off the fancy clothes now, and we are putting on the might get in a fight clothes.
The
I
ones
already
we
wear
should've
those
worn in the
clothes,
first
though.
place.
Yes. May have been a poor investment on my end, as
I
the two of you have now ruined your fancy elf boy clothes.
There are people who can fit them up for not much. This is water.
should
Just
I wear that hat that we got?
She's just gonna wear the hat all the time now.
She's like, this is the best hat ever.
It was a gift. You can keep it.
If it's a gift, I should use it. So I will go put it on right now. Doya turns and she goes back to her room to search for her hat.
She's so wholesome.
She's so adorable. I love it.
Like, do I be like one of those like NPCs like in an RPG game? I'm like, no, but always gotta help Doy out. They're always in my party. They're too good to pass up.
Meanwhile, Marble's already pawned his clothes.
I wouldn't be surprised if he found like some drunk noble he could sell them at the party.
At the party. Like, dude, this shit is stupid. You want these clothes? Yeah.
Strips them off, walks off naked.
Hey, wouldn't surprise me.
Cool, tell me where you live and I promise I won't come and rob you later.
I'll show you how.
Also, I need your social insurance number.
Also, give me 100 gold and I can get you 10,000 gold out of the kingdom over there. I'm actually royalty.
So you guys are going?
Yeah. Doya's got her hat.
Oh, they're going.
Yes. Yeah.
Bo, you're just outside?
Bo's just, well, not outside, but yeah, he's outside. Like,
Out back?
like he's not just like hanging out back. He's he's just walking at this point because he assumed it was the guards trying to come get shit. He didn't want to deal with him, so he just kind of walked out the back door and just is meandering.
Okay. And
If I run
Greenwood,
into him, that's up to you. But
I
Rewen,
don't know
what
if
are you
they're about
doing?
to get into this mess.
yeah, you just go out for the day.
Yeah, she'll probably try to make it. She'll know where their house is, so she'll probably try to catch up with them.
Sure.
With the idea that I can't leave these people because they still get into trouble when I'm not there. At least I can hit something.
Thinking that it might be an ambush, I would actually want more bodies there, so I'd probably have Smurf use a message to let her know of this meeting.
That's right, you guys have message people now. That will certainly help get her in the right place.
Right, that brings Greenwood down before you head out.
Not because I'm particularly in a kind mood, I just want more people in front of me in case shit goes down.
Yeah, it's not that you miss having her around. It's that she's an extra person that you can stand behind when things are trying to kill you.
Yeah, that checks out.
Let's say even you all kind of head out, goes out somewhere in the street.
Yep.
Yeah, let's say the location kind of brings you out over here, down to this weird little area. Just south, not too far outside your house. As you get closer to the location that you're asked to kind of wait, it's just a corner, a street corner actually. You see Waitstone there, the dwarf. She's in another dress, and then you see a small gnome with bushy dark beard, just beady little eyes, staying right beside her.
Yeah, this does not in any way look suspicious at all.
totally not sus.
So as you guys are walking up, make an insight check.
All of us?
Yeah, you all think it's suspicious. What do you like? You're kind of like, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
Hey.
not rolling because I know it's suspicious.
Marbles down. Oh no.
Always.
Marvel's
Insight
like,
checks always fail.
Marvel's like, this is on the up and up. But fucking
Yeah,
Doya.
Toya's just like she's onto him.
Everything's great.
Marble's too busy being disappointed.
I got a 10 at least.
Doya,
Time for suspicious turtle.
kind of looks the way a child would be after they've had a stern talking to by their parent. Just slightly, some of the mannerisms Waitstone seems to have in relation to then just the 10-aughts gnome beside him. Not dark fur hair. But
So
he's just
basically, she's just
standing
like
there,
freaking.
just kind of
I did it
not
bad. I'm
arms crossed.
sorry.
No. She done shit. She doesn't like the fact that she done shit.
Oh.
But that guy just gave her shit. And he's just standing there, in his hands in his pockets, just waiting.
And sorry, who was it? Sorry?
It's Miss Waitstone and
And
just a
someone else we
gnome.
haven't seen.
Yes, just a gnome
So it was
with
right.
dark hair,
Yes.
bushy beard, and
Mm,
just
so
beady
Marvel's
little
just-
eyes.
That's why Marble missed his insight, is because he's disappointed.
Mhm. I would definitely make an offhand comment to Marvel.
Because of course you will.
That's on brand for Doric.
Seeing like sometimes it's better to trust the intuition of adults, young man. You'll learn with time.
Oh no.
If you had taken that wizard up on his apprenticeship, you might have known this by now.
Keep walking and don't let me behind you.
Greenwood's just watching this and says almost out loud, how has he not stabbed him yet? He's somehow worse.
Doya looks at Greenwood and she's like, Marble's very nice. He wouldn't do that.
Marble just looks at Doria like,
Oh.
alright,
See, I like the idea that
whatever you say, Doria.
I like the idea that he's about to tell her better, but even Doric doesn't have the
Yeah, even Marble doesn't have the heart.
Doya just smiles at Marble.
See,
Like I could tell her, but
It's her charming smile.
I'll do it later.
I could tell her, but eh,
I'll get around to it.
yeah.
I just don't feel like it right now. Okay. It's not because I like her or anything.
Spotted. Do you guys approach?
Nope.
Yes.
You're not
Yeah,
even
I'll
there,
approach.
Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all there, aren't we?
No, Bo's not.
Oh, did he not come with?
No.
Bo's not on a run. Bo's on a walk.
Bo's on the train to another town.
Feeling a little feeling good about the situation, so I'll approach.
Oh, good.
And Grewin seeing this goes, alright, I need to be up close in case something decides to hit him.
Doyle
And-
be with them.
Yeah, walks forward.
He.
All right. As you,
I am staying back.
Since
As
I
you-
have the letter, I just hold it out in front of me and I say, "Assume this was from you."
yes, as you approach, they both kind of turn and stand there, and Waitstone seems to kind of like pull herself up. Yes, that is from me. Nice of you to come.
You're up rather early, considering the hangover I expect you have.
Transmuting alcohol out of your body is easy.
I could hear her nose turning up and her head turning sideways at that.
And then,
So
like,
can I.
Doya, who's already had a good beat on the situation, you kind of see the gnome's eyebrow just kind of slightly narrow his eyes. His beady little eyes just kind of like.
Given some of your work in transmutation, I imagine it is sobering up. After a night of hard drinking, should be nothing compared to trapping innocent souls inside of pieces of artwork.
Indeed, and that's actually why I wanted to ask you here. I understand you wish to retransmute the statue in your possession.
We
As a
wished-
master of transmutation, what better way for me to display my skills than by accomplishing this?
She
I've
sounds like
not-
she's reading from the.
I've not attempted this before, but if you bring me some of the materials we required, I'll no doubt complete this task.
I definitely won't betray you. I will betray. Oh, that's from parentheses.
You wish us to gather the materials to correct your mistake.
Well, you're the ones who wish to have this undone.
Why didn't you help us before?
She's a twat.
I was drunk. And I've never attempted this.
Were you drunk at the library, though?
I've never known one of our kin to let that stop them do anything before. So I'm not sure that's much of an excuse.
Doyle
Well,
looks at.
I have a clear head now. Or do you want this done or not?
Orville's staying out of it, but he's like kind of laughing in the background.
Repeat yourself, Toya.
Doyle looks at Grewin, one just with a thoughtful expression, and she's like, "Should we trust this one?"
Grewin kind of studies her. And given all the others that she's changed, I'm not sure if trust is quite.
I mean, if you want to roll an insight.
No, she already doesn't trust her.
Okay.
She got turned,
But I mean,
she got turned into a cat by this woman, and she's seen at least 2 other people get turned into statues. She don't trust this woman.
you've
Yeah,
never seen
not a lot
anybody
of
turned
it.
into it. You've just seen the proof of the act.
Okay.
You're
She
just
did-
told that she does it.
Yeah, but she trusts the others
Then
more
she
than she
admitted it.
trusts this random.
Yeah, I mean,
And then she admitted
you were
it.
told that she did it by her.
So?
If you've never seen one of Buffalo Bill's victims put the lotion on the skin, but you've seen the skin suit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't either.
No one's seen.
Am I the only one in this
I
group
definitely
outside
haven't.
of Brew that's
I
seen
know
I
what
need
he's
to
Silence
talking
see
of the
about, I
Lambs?
just
Silence of
haven't
the
seen the
Lambs,
other
but I
ones.
know enough about it to get it.
Oh, I remember that. Only because my ex taught her 2-year-old how to quote the movie, but she didn't show her
Oh.
the movie.
So
She
zero
didn't show her the
That
context.
Wow.
baby.
She didn't show her the movie. She just wanted people to get like upset. It was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Um,
Grewin says back to Doya, I think we can trust her that she'll try at some point to turn us into something.
what is your part in all this? Speaking to the gnome.
I'm Mr. Wytalk. I'm.
Because
let's-
I need some information.
I'm the master of enhancement at the Arcane School of Society, and I've gotten wind of what's recently happened here. Why talk? Like tit talk?
Ah,
You've actually, when he says that name, I think it would be Smurf. Has his boots.
As his boot?
That is the name on one of the boots of starting the what is it? Not starting and sprinting, but
oh, he's an enchanter.
one of the magical boots. Yeah. That well, they all kind of the majority of us all gave you something, and his name was on I believe the
Oh, yeah.
boots.
Those boots. Alright.
Yeah. He said he's the master of enhancement spells, and he got wind of this last night, and it's in the society's best interest to deal with problems as they arise.
So you're here to make sure your colleagues' actions don't sully
The
the
name
of ass any more than. You might say you would hate for there to be a brown stain on ass.
Oh god.
God.
Make an insight check.
An insight check?
Yeah. As you're like trying to poke him. All right. He doesn't seem to be phased at all by what you say.
He's heard them all. He's made some of them.
He's actually laughing inside of his butt. He's not letting it show.
I like this guy already.
Shit, that was good. Power through. Be professional.
We can collect the items.
I believe one of the main things you require is and she brings up is something that might reverse petrification. It would be substituted for the marble typically used in the ritual. Many of the
Such
other spell
as?
components are a little easier to come by. Oh, there are many sources. Imagine you might be able to find something in the city.
Are we supposed to guess at the substance? I myself am not trained in transmutation. I
believe that
know
there are
stone,
potions. There are sometimes spells. I'm sure that might aid you in some way.
but
You'd like to make an Arcana check,
I mean,
or anybody would, or go investigate it on your own.
Oh, I see. So she doesn't have a material specific in mind, just anything that would help
Anything
enhance.
that can solve X, basically.
Alright.
You have
Check
no
an open
fucking
call
idea.
or
Ulrich has no idea.
So just bring that thing to me. It would probably just work.
is it just Doric or does anybody make the Arcana check?
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
She mentions, and
I'm
you have
skilled
to
in
already.
Arcana, so ooh, nice.
I'm about to
For
pull up.
you.
Alna knows what it is.
You mean this? He just pulls it out. You mean this vial of
It's just been in my back
anti-petrification that I've been
pocket for
holding?
3 weeks.
There's actually quite a lot of things that can. Actually, I have it on my other scripts. Let me pull that up.
Oh, my shoulder's starting to be sore.
Oh,
All right.
I'll get over it.
that you will.
only
Mundanely,
sore for
you
2
understand that there are some materials that are like harvested from creatures. Basilisk. Let me try and find the actual word in here.
Time to go kill a bunch of lizards.
Basilisk stomach acid, try and turn into a potion, can also be kind of used with that. Typically, basilisks are known for petrifying people, and the cure is often found inside them because they have to break down the thing that they just petrified while they're eating it to gain its nutrients. Also, there are some spells like a Greater Restoration would be able to reverse that. And it's a higher level spell.
Right, so she needs it as a material, though. I see. Okay.
Something that can be just like a spell scroll, even. Just something, some way channeled through as part of the spell ritual. Those are two things that pop into your head. So, like that, basilisk, basically some kind of potion made from them, or Greater Restorations are two things that pop up.
Those are both things Alden doesn't have, that's for sure.
Nope.
No, I don't think I do either.
So
But
we
if,
have.
but if he tells us, we can probably figure out where to find them.
I really think that's about all there really actually is. 'Cause I do want to
No,
give you more with a natural 20, but I think that actually is all there is.
I'm still not sure about how the narrative works. I thought that was just Sumner.
I would say,
explain.
no, it's like
the whole group got it right there.
yeah, you understand that some spells like you heard of that, Greater Restoration, the Restoration kind of classes, and then maybe in the islands near your home there might have been some basilisks. So there might be some trade with that out there, especially being a trading town. You might be able to find something,
All right. Well,
or you might have to go find the basilisk.
well, unless anyone here is familiar with it would just be known as a Greater Restoration spell, right?
Yes.
I'm still getting used to the world narrative.
Yeah. For the most part, it's usually a divine spell.
Okay. That would be like a priest or something, essentially.
Yeah.
Priests can do it. Druids can do it.
Unless anyone.
Some artificers can do it.
Not this one.
Yeah, alchemists.
Yeah, so Alden would just look at the group and pretty much say, well, unless any of you are good with whatever's up there and on the and good with spells of restoration, I mean exceptional with them, then our best bet is to get materials off of Basilisk, and that will definitely pose some problems.
Yes, we may not have time to hunt one, or better.
There
we
are
might have
reasons I
to-
wouldn't hunt one on a good day anyways.
What's a basilisk?
Very angry lizard chicken. Turns a lot of people to stone.
A goose?
That doesn't sound very nice.
No, that's cobra chicken.
Oh, okay, you're right. My bad.
So the trade here is you help us save. You help save the person inside of the creature inside of the statue, and you get to keep this little secret out of the public eye. I feel like we're still on the losing end of this deal. Is there something else you can incentivize us with? Why shouldn't we just report you?
We won't help you.
About that.
There's more to the spell than just this one thing. We won't help you if you go out about it. And then Wytalk tennis speaks up and say that I have actually gained word about this because I believe one of your companions already put in
Damn.
a complaint about this.
But you've already seen to
And we've already
stop
seen to
that.
it.
I see. Well, access the task at hand, so it seems we have no other choice, as we don't know of anyone else who has the skill to do this process. How should we contact you once we've acquired these ingredients?
We'll be in the city for a while. Hopefully it doesn't take too long.
My friend here can message if need be.
I like how you've turned him into your cell phone.
Yep. This is what he gets for not being here.
I'll use all his spell slots as I see fit.
Thank you for calling Spirit Hotlines.
I actually carry him around on my belt right now.
That's just the fate of clerics in D&D.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to Fowler.
I mean, it's a good spell.
Yeah.
All right. Then once we've Alnan, you seem to have a good firm grasp of the things that we'll need to complete this shopping list.
Suppose I couldn't just write it down for you.
No, we'll need you. I grow tired of this task. Let's gather our other misfits and be done with it. Unless anyone else has any other questions for these,
As they go to leave, Grewin will look at the two, the gnome and the dwarf, and say, if you took care of the report, what happened to the orc statue?
They just shrug their shoulders.
That's what I suspected.
Why talk? Just shrugs his shoulders. The dwarf doesn't do anything. Make an Arcana check.
whom?
Rewen, because you seem to have.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Nothing comes. Yeah, you don't really get. Nothing. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, she suspects that they destroyed the statue and that our argument didn't convince her that she's wrong.
Vince, you can think whatever you like. It was more like glean information in a different direction, but
Yeah.
I've got a feeling our Iron Bull is not going to be too thrilled with this outcome, but they seem to have us by the short hairs, so we'll have to play by their rules for now, but I assume we're not in front of them anymore.
I imagine you've walked away.
I don't trust them.
No, they're very deceiving, and but
I
they're
should
also
know.
quite powerful.
Suddenly, Bo's there.
Well, no, it's just like Ulrich should say that. It's like
They're very
you're quite
deceiving.
deceiving, and I should know.
Yeah.
I think we can trust that by the end of this transaction,
We should kill them.
they're going to try to take care of us in some way because they're not going to want us as a loose thread.
I think you're right. I think we should definitely get the materials and make sure that our task is complete, but we should also prepare for the worst outcome. And perhaps he kind of looks at Marble and says, we might have need for some skullduggery. If that's something you're capable of.
You don't even know where you're looking yet. The fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying maybe
I'm saying shut up.
we need to find out where they both sleep. We might have to get them before they get us. Anyway,
If it helps Primera, I'm willing to do it. I just think they're gonna trick us in some way. I'll keep my eye on them.
She just looks at them.
She turns her head over her shell and just stares at them while they're walking away.
They're actually, as you've gotten further away, they actually would walk in a different direction. They're not even there anymore.
At least where they were.
Oh no, I lost them.
Guys, I think they used another spell to get away.
What spell was that? Ambulation.
so are we like heading back towards the house, I guess, or are we immediately
Go
looking
wherever you
for?
want.
I guess we should need to start looking for either this basilisk juice or a greater restoration scroll or potion.
Might as well start and sit in town then.
Where do we look? Where do we look? An alchemist? Should we start with an alchemist? Do we know of an alchemist?
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Do we?
It's on my other character sheet, but yes. These photos.
Well, I think we probably try to find him first to let him know what's going on.
Hold on, let me pull up roll 20.
Where was it?
Are you still like just outside the house, or did you go somewhere specific?
No, I was just wandering the city, just not wanting to deal with the guards. Because again, he thought it was the city guard coming to get more of the evidence he's not going to give him.
We'll make Smurf send you a message and tell you to meet us.
Wasn't that any doses the Sphinx oils and elixirs in this city?
That's what it was. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we'll go.
I was just loading in to look at my old sheet because I didn't copy that.
I have a word
notes.
pad. I was like, where was it? Where was it?
All right, yeah. Then in that case, he'll go meet you the guys there.
Yeah, tell you to meet us at the shop, and I'll land. Not to put too much on you, but maybe you should take point on this purchase, as you will be able to discern the difference between basilisk oil and snake oil, as it were.
Hopefully.
What's the
Not
difference?
something I'm very well vetted in. I'm just what I can just figure out. Words. Improv is hard.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
That's why I like to play Doya. It's kind of easy to just kind of slip into a sort of silly state.
Good. Yeah. It's one thing to know what you're looking for. It's another thing to recognize it.
Well, I can go with you, and at the very least, I can haggle.
You are good at talking, aren't you?
Amongst other things, yes.
All right, fine.
I don't know where it is. Does someone else know the location of this store?
Bonus!
I'm not from this. I'm not
Doya
from this town,
Doya's been there
so-
before,
Shaw
so
also does.
Doya will lead them to Anidos's.
Sure.
Okay.
And as you get to the shop, you open the door. It's not Anidos outside. It's a tall female human with brown hair streaked with bits of blue, and she's got 3 piercings, like probably on her nose and
Oh
yeah, nose and 2 in her ear.
Same.
Gives you a smile as you walk in. Welcome.
Doya kind of looks confused and she looks around first. She seems to think it's for the familiar room. She looks back at the girl. Is Anados here? I thought this is Anados's.
No, he left the city some time ago, and well, as per the rules, the shop is kind of open after a while, and I've moved in. I didn't change the name or anything, but we still
that-
sell potions
that-
here.
How the rules work? If the owner just leaves, you just adopt a shop.
It's just squatters' rights.
It has been brought up that after a certain amount of time, if you don't like say you're coming back, then it's like, all right,
If someone
we
moves
need
in
room.
and does upgrades, so that's kind of like how we got
It
our
is
home.
like they basically give it to another person who is eligible.
I think this is a side quest.
It is
I
part
think
of the-
She disappeared Anados and took a shot.
I believe he went to Che Falls some time ago.
Oh, good. We can go meet him.
But is there anything I can help you with? Like we
And
said,
the
we
back
still
marble's
sell.
putting 2 and 2 together in his head.
We still sell many.
It's a
many
doppelganger.
potions here. I
No.
believe actually I've managed to get a lot more potions than he was a smart man, but I've got a bit more. We have a bit more product here.
We have our expert here. He will tell you what we need.
Expert. Okay. We're looking for basilisk components, primarily its blood.
Stomach acids.
Essence, yeah. It's a liquid.
Acid, yeah.
They're very different liquids.
They are very different liquids.
I mean, that would work as a
Yeah, one's alkaline, one's acidic.
anti-petrification, something like pure petrification.
If you get anything else that's also anti-petrification, that could work too.
I have many.
Words.
Hop, 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 hop.
Right.
Unstoning.
Petrification.
Unstoning.
Well, no, unstoning. I have.
That's a long sleep and a hard coffee.
We actually have 2 potions of stone strength, a few healing, ethereal, kind of what's behind, and
We're looking for something more along the lines of
yes,
undoing a certain statuification.
don't. Oh,
You mentioned a healing aspect as well. That would suffice.
Oh, right. They're probably less likely, but if you have any scrolls or books on greater restoration, that would probably help us out too.
we don't do scrolls here. I believe there's a store just down the street.
Well, we can keep that in mind.
I don't have anything in the shop right now. I don't have the ingredients, but I might be able to obtain them. It would take a few days to brew something like this, though. I'm up for it. I mean, what's the timetable here? Usually these are heading out, or if you've got someone. It sounded like you actually have some issue right now.
2 days sounds good.
Yeah, we do have an issue
Days?
at the moment, but I don't know if it's pressing. I don't think they're getting.
Oh, you
any
said a
more
couple days,
rigid.
and I thought you meant like.
It depends. It depends on if I can get a hold of it.
Do you know someone who could supply the materials? Because we can take the materials in the raw form as well. We might be willing to pay for information too, if the information is good.
A lot of the supplies I get off of the city. You'd probably just be able to find. I don't have any particular person I go through. I have lots of people I talk to for many things. Drip down by the dots. She'll give you like particular numbers. Like they get a lot of shipments. Bracelets. They're little more on the west end. You might be able to find something that comes in, and you'll kind of write down a particular dog number, and you're like, see if there's any traders coming in from over there. You might be able to find something. I don't have anything here. In terms of actually crafting the potion, it might be a little bit. I don't think 2 days is going to be enough.
What kind of estimate would you be looking at?
5. I don't know. I have not actually worked with it before as well, so it would be a little trickier.
Dolrix with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do we have any? Is there any urgency to this? I don't see a point in rushing it if we don't have to.
I believe. Yes, I believe. Oh, shit. I don't care.
Doric doesn't care. You don't care.
Doric doesn't care right now. He doesn't even know this person. He doesn't. He's just doing this so the group doesn't stay stagnant. Essentially,
I do think it's something with a little bit of expediency because I don't know.
I believe she's dying. If
I do believe Bo had mentioned that.
so, yes, time is of the essence. He will put 5 gold on the counter and say, "Do you know of anyone who might have high-level healing magics available, such as scrolls?"
Please
We'll
don't
check
say
out.
Christoph Engel.
Yeah, well, if there's any scrolls and stuff, it'll be at MNB's Twill, just down the street.
Okay, so you've given us a supplier and a scroll store. I'll leave the coins and I say, let's get this task over with. I grow less and less interested by the passing hour. I just don't want to get stabbed in the back by these ass wizards.
Not the only thing he should worry about stabbing in the back with, but whatever.
Well, while I understand that you haven't found exactly what you need here, is there anything here that you might be interested in?
Do you have any healing potions?
I have many. I have a few. Yes.
There's always healing potions on the table.
I also have, which basically pulls up the list I have in front of me. Oil of etherealness, slipperiness, a potion of diminution, fire breath, fire giant strength, even though technically the nomenclature wouldn't have used giant, because they don't know about them. Fire strength, I don't fucking know. Fire dragon strength.
Yeah, alright.
Greater healing. There's, I'd say 4 healing potions, 2 graders.
How much are your
another-
greater healing potions?
I believe the graders are normals that are 50, superiors are 350. Graders 500.
500?
She's got a few superiors, 3 superiors. There's potion of speed and the potion of resistance as well.
I will buy. I'll buy your greater healing potion and one of your standard healing potions.
All right, yeah, it's 50 and 500.
Okay, 500. Would 50 platinum equal 500 gold? Right?
I think so.
It's 10 to 1 ratio.
Yes, it's
Right,
10 to
sorry.
1.
Although I suppose I should save this money for the. No, I'm not buying this shit. It's not. Bo and Doya could cover the cost of this statue escapade.
Got up on the wrong foot this morning, huh?
I'm not seeing a difference.
He's definitely less of a personable asshole. Or just asshole.
He's not hiding it as well today.
Fair.
All right. Here's the information. Where should we go next? The scrolls or the docks? Unless anyone else wants potions.
Potions.
Let's see.
Potions.
I got one that should be enough for me for now.
I'm good.
I don't know
Think
enough
I
about
am too.
anything to buy anything. So, assuming, have we done the good night's sleep already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so my HP should be back up.
Yes.
You can just click on the long rest under your hit dice.
It'll fit your spells as well.
Where is it?
Under hit dice, right next to your hit points, there's short rest and long rest.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay!
Hey.
There's much rejoicing.
I'm still bad at keeping up with all this. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I shouldn't have.
Take some learning. It's all good.
But yeah, I can't think of, or rather, I don't know anything that would benefit all, and I would take suggestions, but I don't know of anything.
Buy some explosives. You never go
No,
wrong with
we're not
explosives.
blowing up any roofs.
Sorry, it was greater healing, right?
Passing up a fantastic
Wait,
opportunity.
you talking about the potion or the scroll that we needed?
The
The
potion.
potion that he bought.
Okay.
potion?
As for potions you might want, could I hear the list again?
All right. Ethereal, slippery, not too fancy. Diminution, it shrinks you to a small state. Potion of fire breath. Multiple different versions of strength potions. Like they would improve your strength score. Resistance, cold specifically, so it would give you half damage against cold. Speed, which is very rare. That's basically a haste potion, I believe. Yeah, that's about it. And then stronger healing potions. I'm probably just going to keep randomizing this particular for this store every time. It's not going to be the same potions every time you come. Every couple of days you come back. Like,
Greater
Yeah,
healing
I mean,
potions are 500.
give it a week, it might be a different kind of thing.
Oil of etherealness can be like useful in weird situations, but I don't think there's anything that you really must have right now.
Maybe you should save your coins for the scroll vendor. You might come across something you can put into your book.
Well, couldn't hurt. See, but I don't feel like this is going well for us.
Nothing? I'm closing the shop.
But it's the morning.
All right, so where are you guys
They
going?
just made 550 gold off me, so they're good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm closing that page, so I'm not looking at
Yeah.
it anymore.
Let's try the reputable vendors before we head down to the docks, looking for something that might not exist. Let's try the scroll shop. Doya and
Probably a good idea.
Bo, everyone's coming in. We're gonna need to pony up some cash if we do come across one of these greater restoration scrolls.
Pony.
I think I have a grand total of 4 gold, so good luck with that.
How do I tell how much gold I have?
That
In your
group
inventory.
of knights you were with didn't pay you, or what?
I have 800.
I had most of the gold that I had I gave to them because they are my temple, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're actually out of, is temple. Okay.
I mean, that's if you want. You're coming back in, I can bump you up a bit.
No, I thought that it actually was in character for her since she lived there her
I
entire
imagine
life.
they
that she'd
also
give
outfit
them all
her,
of it.
so
Yeah,
she might have gotten.
That's
like,
where the lands came from.
Yeah, she gave the gold that she had gathered when she was traveling to them, and when she came back and did the cavalry stuff, they outfitted her with the armor and weapons that she has.
Right.
but she doesn't have any actual physical cash on her right now.
And which deity does your order follow?
You're gonna make me have to go and find my notes. I have this saved.
It's pretty. Shouldn't be too hard to get an idea for a dragon person.
Yeah, I just had to find my notes with the name because I could never remember the name of the dragon.
Phil.
And just for me, because I'm not sure I ever quite understood this, do they actually revere the Soren? Do they actually revere him as a god, or is he like ascended?
They don't really consider him ascended or anything. They're like, that's what everybody else kind of thinks them of the heroes as. They're just like, they give him a good, like a positive nod. They respect that guy.
So it's kind of like folk hero-ish,
Yeah,
almost in a way.
like, they understand that he has a very positive impact, or he had an impact. It's divisible almost. I
And
say
then
make a religion check.
Because
the
this was always
heroes,
something I never quite understood
Mhm.
about how this works.
Maybe I didn't give you the full information.
The heroes aren't worshipped as gods either. They're basically like saints, right?
Well, no, they are worshipped in
They're
many
worshipped
places
as-
as like some kind of raised up god.
I mean, I'm a
Because
cleric
suddenly
of one,
people
so I
who
guess.
did worship them
Yeah,
suddenly
sure.
started getting spells. So like, oh wow, this is working, kind of thing. Yeah, with that check, you understand that there are some who do like positively look upon this person. There are some who don't. It's very divisive considering they're all about dragons. And some of the actions he did kind of ended their time for the most part. So it's like, oh, he was also a bit of he was an exile at first.
Okay.
Actually, I have you found a pitch. I actually gave you on one of these tabs here a journal page that you would have found, so you can read that on your own time. I don't even know which page I gave you. I just rolled it.
Oh, I didn't even see these were here. I'll have to go back and look at them.
Yeah. So yeah, it said something like, "Oh yeah, he ended what's generally termed as like the dragons will, like the reign of the dragons for the most part by helping shut down some of these big structures. So
What
some
is the
of your people kind of don't look too kindly on that.
Is there a connection with that dragon entity and the heroes, or
Which
is the
dragon
dragon
entity?
seen the
Because they have 3 dragons they basically do revere above all
Oh.
else.
Okay, well, how are they connected with the heroes?
There is no connection.
Okay, they're just different.
Yep.
They're
It's a
completely
different
separate.
set of revered people.
Okay,
The new gods compared to the old gods almost.
right.
And she, if my memory is serving me correctly from when I started playing before, she lived basically in the Scaled Lands, and then when she was out looking for this book is when she left, right?
Yeah, that's the only time you've really been out. You were in with the
Okay.
church.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
It was the Church of Neritzis. You all said because I'll type it out. You all said because he's got a bunch of S's in his name that he must be evil.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that vaguely.
I mean, that is solid logic. Like, I can't argue with that.
If there was one more, I'd be concerned.
But
Well,
mean-
like 2, like even with 2, like you just have to keep an eye on them, just in case.
I mean, we're talking 2 to 3. We're talking 2 is like really strong hooch, and 3 is poison.
Wait, I feel like we got off track. What's going on?
Sorry, we're
I don't
heading
even
to
know
the
how we got here.
scroll. We're heading to the scroll store to see if we can find a greater restoration scroll,
Alright.
and everyone else is going to pay for it.
So
Except for
just
me.
down the street. I would say Dole probably doesn't remember, but some of you have actually been here before.
Oh shit.
Emma B's twill at the top. You open the door, and there's a dwarf inside at the kind of going through some books and like just paperwork and stuff off to the side, not behind like any counter or anything, but there's two other people in the store, but you get the impression that this particular dwarf is the one who runs it. He kind of just nods at you as you walk in. Is there anything I can help you with?
Uh, long shot, but you don't happen to have any scrolls of Grey Restoration, do you?
No, I don't believe so. And he kind of walks over and pulls out like basically a list. No, nothing for greater restoration. That's a biggie there.
We're dealing with some advanced petrification magic.
Oh well, good luck to you.
Do you know of who might be able to supply us with one?
I don't know if there's anything else in anybody in the city with that. You might have to end up looking a bit far, but the Southlands might have a bit more of a list than me. Unfortunately, my wife doesn't have much of a. She's good, but she's not the best right now. We have some uncommon and a few rarer spells strolled out here, but I mean, hollow protection from different monsters. Cloud of daggers.
Cloud of daggers.
We have one called floating disc and witch bolt or zone of truth.
Which bolt? Which bolt is it? Lightning bolt?
Witch bolt.
Firebolt?
WITH. TCH. WITCH.
I see.
We're
Yes,
not playing that game.
Who's on first?
No, he's not. No, we're not playing that game.
God.
Well, these two gentlemen might be interested in. Even this little tyke here might be interested in some spells. He's got, baby's first spell book, so maybe he might be interested.
I'm gonna pretend that he can't hear you.
He looks at
Just because it's
you,
easier.
and he looks at Marble, and then he looks back at you, and then he gives you like I'm sorry look to Marble.
Yeah. Bubba's not paying attention. He's like
Well,
going through the stock in the back.
Bo, Doya.
Did Bo ever catch up to you? It seemed like you guys
Yeah,
left the other place pretty quickly.
Oh, I assumed you were meeting us at the potion store.
I imagine
did
that,
say
yeah,
they were
he
sending you a
messaged you,
message.
so
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Sorry, I thought you were just being quiet. I didn't know you weren't sure if you were there.
Yeah, no, I was like, is Bo just gonna show up when you guys aren't there? The shop's closed.
We've
He's
been.
Now
He's
that
standing
didn't
there
know
like-
it was up to you.
He's standing there like John Travolta in the one gift, just like looking sideways back and
Huh?
forth.
Where?
Alman would want to know if any of the daggers are good for casting comparison, and he'd probably pull out his axe just as a just to
It's a
display
spell
what
that
he has
summons
done with it.
daggers in the circle around you.
Oh,
Many daggers.
like floating and then
Yeah.
they launch at people?
Pulling up the spell right now. You fill the air. Go away. Subscription. I don't want that. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a 5-foot cube on each side, center on a point within range. Everything inside takes 44 slashing damage when it enters or when it starts its turn there.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's just the spot where there's just daggers.
Ow! Fuck. Jesus Christ. Sorry, my nose keeps fucking running where I got my piercing.
Yeah, that's a natural reaction from that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'd be like feeling like you have a cut on the inside of your nose for a
Like-
while.
Like it doesn't, yeah, like it, like nothing about the piercing hurts or anything like that. But like, just yeah, it's just like my body must be like, there's something in here. We
For
need
an
to get
object. Yeah.
it out. Get it out.
Yeah, basically what my body was doing for the last 24 hours.
Right.
Well, it's alright.
But let's see here. Alden would be thinking for a moment and then ask, "Do you know anywhere else we might look for anything in the Department of Greater Restoration?"
Usually the healing spells. There are many priests that might be in the city. There aren't any localized churches, or believe. You might have to just try looking for maybe a priest, one of the heroes, or let's agree when maybe one of the Dryadens. I'm not much of a religious person myself, so
And fortunately, this is beyond my clerical abilities.
Well, suppose I don't really have anything else unless you know where I can get basilisk essence.
stomach acid. But
Uh,
I mean, maybe we're asking the wrong questions here. Maybe.
Oh,
maybe
uh-oh.
we're ghost in a ghostatic-y.
Yep. Maybe we're asking for a piece when we should ask for the whole. Maybe we just buy a basilisk.
I mean,
See
you've,
who has
you've
a
only just gone to
basilisk,
the
yeah,
two
that's true.
places.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys
Yeah,
don't
let's go.
seem to have any interest here. If you'd like to go make an investigation check.
I just say to Bo and Doya, look, we've been at this for a week now. We've exhausted a lot of time and energy into this pet project of yours. I think you're just gonna have to accept that your friend's going to die, and we need to start outfitting one of our boats to do something of value.
you
Do
said
I
investigation
shake-
check.
Yeah,
So if you
investigation.
guys are going to search the city for something, yes, it would be an investigation.
Doya would shake her head, Dork. I am not giving up on Primera.
Well spoken, Doyle. Well spoken.
You owe.
I have her. I've
I'm
won
going
her.
to stick
Woo!
with the
Good job, Doya.
the agreeable turtle.
I don't want to let this one go until we know we've exhausted everything we can to save her. It's a life that we're talking about here.
Well, would it change your tune, Bo, if I told you that we're having to find these ingredients to get the dwarf to undo the spell?
You know she's gonna betray you, right?
Yes. And
Okay, as long as you're well aware of that.
the little gnome fellow also told us that he already found out you tried to report them to the authorities, and that they have done away with your petrified orc.
Well, they better either fix them or be planning on it. Otherwise, there's gonna be a problem. Either way, I have somewhere to be.
With your even the 18, naturally the dots is where a lot of you find out, and you find a particular boat there that just came in from the Westlands. I rolled pretty high, so yeah, they have basilisk parts. I rolled 90, like a 92, so I was like, yeah, that's a good chance. Fuck it.
Mm.
They have what you need. How much
Cool.
are you gonna pay?
Time to haggle.
This is a full basilisk here.
The full basilisk.
We want to bring them in. We keep them preserved. Bring them in. We let the professionals do what they need to with them. Now we haven't found any sellers yet. Not too sure, but I'm sure somebody out here. You guys have already walked up on our doorsteps. It's already looking like we had the best idea.
You know,
What would
what-
you
much you
take
want
for a
for 'em?
direct commission on the project?
Mission. We hunt. Many are people hunted. Some people hunted and killed these. They need to be reimbursed. Dangerous work.
Yes. What's your price? What would be your general going rate so we can start talking?
$2,000 gold.
How about a bag of holding?
Say again?
Said, how about a bag of holding?
I mean, if you're gonna barter, that can be. Those are usually what he confers with someone else. About 5. I mean, they're used though. I mean, if you've already got one, it's, knock off maybe 350.
350 for a bag of holding.
Well, they're usually only 500 when you buy a new one.
I think a fair evaluation would be in
mean,
order
they're
for
very
its
useful.
condition, though.
The condition of
Of the
I'll be
bag.
back in a bit.
the bag.
Because
Why?
this
What's
is
wrong
gonna
with the
take
bag?
forever.
I mean, if there's something wrong with the bag, then obviously that's going to be less.
No, what I'm saying is that it should be in good condition, and I think it should earn a little more discount than that.
Is it in good condition? Does it make me wonder if this bag is even worth it?
Oh,
Can
how's
we
your
see
bag?
the basilisk?
They would show you to. There's actually probably I'd say 3
And
different
I assume
sizes.
it's like
It's dead.
eyes are covered.
They're dead.
Oh, they're
They were
dead,
hunted and
okay.
killed, and then kept on ice and brought up here, hoping to see if maybe someone will fucking buy it. And you guys showed up.
Good times. Now, let's see here. I can't be the only one looking at this. What do we have on hand?
It doesn't help that I just spent 90% of my money on 2 potions. But I don't think I would part with any of my own coin
I
for
mean,
this.
that's his standing. You know, and then obviously trade. You can always someone roll persuasion check to try and I don't want to stay stuck up on this. Just as you barter, just roll a persuasion. See how well you do. Whoever's one person roll, not a billion people, because they're only
Let's
talking
go
to
with
one
Elnan,
person.
since he's the one talking to them.
Yeah.
Which 18's pretty good. We're willing to bring it down to with the bait of holding 1,200.
Fairly reasonable.
And
Is
then
it
now,
just in a
because you
wallet that
guys
big
have you guys have made him suspect of the bag of holding, he wants to see it.
All right.
You
Because
deal
I'm
in
bad at wording things.
Bo handed to him.
All right, I mean, it's perfectly fine. It works, and he goes to reach his hand in. Is there something I could?
Did you take the statues out already?
There's no statues in this.
Oh,
Is there anything in it at all?
Nope. Not a goddamn thing.
oh, this is the
okay.
one you made.
Well, that's pretty good.
Are you
Is
giving
this
him
the one
this
that gets glittered everywhere?
No. Will this
Bow
become
fit.
unmade when you
No,
make
you're
it
just
something
giving him
else?
a bag of holding that's gonna like revert into a normal bag in like
Yeah.
one day.
Couple days. Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
yeah,
while
this
it's
is pretty good.
While it's a bag of holding, would bow fit in a bag of holding?
No.
Just to demonstrate?
Dolric,
He'll have someone play something in, and oh yeah, okay, it works. It's a bad holding, perfect.
Yep.
Dolric will sigh momentarily and say, "Do you take creatures on trade? Because I have I have quite a rare creature that follows me around."
What are you talking about?
And then he'll step aside and show him Kevin.
What is that? And he's like, hey, and he calls over some of the people. What is this thing? And some people kind of walk up and like poke it. Never seen anything like that.
It is a creature of fairly rare magical powers. Each one of his eye stalks can cast a different spell based on the 4 elements. And the center eye, once he's fully grown, has the potential to, well, I've never seen it myself, but I've. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide on how much metagaming I'm accidentally doing some metagaming here. So the center eye has the ability to completely negate any prevents any projectiles, both magical or physical, coming towards it to cause it harm. I've been told that any of the eye stalks can be cut off and used in alchemy, and this creature will regrow them within the day. So if you find a good alchemist that knows how to take care of the creature, he can harvest it safely, keep it for an endless supply of alchemical potions.
He's giving you a bit of a side eye here. Give me a second. He's giving you roll a deception check. Mostly just to kind of keep a straight face. Some of this you sound like you're pulling out of your ass. And then he's also looking and going, why would you give this thing up if it's so great?
If he pulls most of what he says out of his ass, is it really like an exorcist in deception?
Well, the idea is, why would this person be willing to part with such a valuable creature?
Can you not roll at advantage?
And he's looking at you going...
You get your...
No, I get a D4.
This thing can do all that.
By the way, Marble is making sure no one is seeing him next to these people.
It can.
Meanwhile, Doyle's just kind of standing here.
He doesn't want to have anything to do
She
with
looks at Doric with a surprised expression. You'll leave Kevin here?
I've grown tired of Kevin. He doesn't listen. He's very cantankerous. That's the downside is...
He says it shoots powers out of its eyes.
Yes.
Let's see it.
I can try.
Blast him with
Kevin,
water.
would you mind displaying your powers?
Roll a
for the
percentile. If it's you have a 40 or below, he'll do it.
A percentile. Okay.
Yeah.
So a D100.
77? No, he doesn't do it. He just looks at you as like, you're trying to palm me off on these thoughts. That's like the thought you get. It's like, really?
I will actually communicate with him. Just play along so we can get off these docks. You'll reappear next to me as soon as we're out of range.
Make a persuasion check against Kevin.
Ooh.
Make a persuasion check against your essence of your patron. 17.
Yeah.
What do you want Kevin to roll?
He rolled a 2. He's just like, which eyeball did you want to go off?
I told them the elements, so use your frost ray.
All right. Uses the frost ray on the already frozen creatures, and like it's noticeable enough that like, oh yeah, that's ice going, and more ice is on it. It's like, wow, that's actually pretty useful. We could saves us on some of our other stuff, and you kind of get talking. It's okay.
I pull out my spell focus, which is a petrified eye stalk. See, I have one here that I've turned into a spell focus. They can be used for many different things. And as you can see, he has them all attached. Quite pathetic creatures, but they make good servants.
Major persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
I can't believe Delark's gonna pull this.
Oh my god.
He's not.
Why?
All right.
Joe, why would you do this?
They're interested in the creature. With the bag of holding, Kevin, 700 gold. If you had rolled very well, they would have just been the bag of holding and Kevin. But
Well, my friends, I've Bo has put up his precious artifact, and I've put up my longtime companion.
Are
So
they at all interested in the teeth wallet making?
The wallet of teeth making.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't
So-
quite hear. I heard you say it, but a lot of them is like, I don't know what we're gonna do with teeth.
So Doya, while this is going on, Doya's gonna kneel in front of Dork. She's gonna put her hands on his shoulders, and she looks like she's teary eyed. I know that Kevin, you have been through so much. Thank you for making this sacrifice for Primera.
we are.
I always thought there was some good in you. Now you've proved it.
Well,
You're a good man, Dork.
And it was this day that his heart grew 2 sizes.
I would offer to stay myself so that you guys can keep Kevin, but I don't think they'll go for that trade.
Would you go for that trade?
I wouldn't.
We've had a long time together, but you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that.
Alden smells a little
Doya-
bit of bullshit. But he's gonna
Doya
keep his
sniffles.
mouth closed.
She pats Dork on the shoulder and gets up. And she starts pulling out 300 gold to pay.
All right, that leaves another 400.
Marple's like on the other side of the docks right now, watching this unfold.
How much more do you have, Julie?
About
Alden would-
344.
Okay, I've only got 230, so.
Alden would sigh and basically split his purse in half at this point because he's got 800, and and he'd look at them and it's like, this thing is completely intact, correct?
Minus the things we needed to use to kill it with. Typically arrows and long spears. You don't want to get too close to these things when they're awake.
Certainly not.
Wait, hold on. Have you been negotiating for the entire fucking thing instead of an
Yeah.
aspect of it?
Yeah, they've been bought the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Why are we buying the whole thing?
I don't know. What are you
I
gonna
don't
do with
know.
the whole thing?
Well,
How are
We
you
can
gonna
probably
carry it
use
home?
other elements to get some
That's
money
your
back.
problem.
how do we just get the stomach acid out of it? I don't know.
Because
I
as
no
you
survival.
purchase the thing, they go, great. The little trolley, wheel that shit out, take it out of the boat, take the trolley back. Here's your basilisk.
Well-
It would be
Huh.
a younger one.
Pock will carry it.
Alright, I just have to search up the weight of a basilisk.
Shove it in your other bag.
What are the back?
Don't you have 2 bags of holding?
What are you talking about?
Infant.
Come on, Pock.
Oh, your robot.
Oh, I haven't replicated any magic items.
Info.
Damn.
Goodbye,
I should
Kevin.
say.
You
Well, they're
didn't
medium
choose
creature.
Yes.
replicating magic item, did you?
I have it on there.
Which one?
We never picked. We just talked about it at length.
Oh, because you have to pick. It has to be a specific one.
Yeah.
Weren't you hang on? Weren't you thinking about getting night vision goggles, or did you already have night vision?
I have night vision. I have 60 feet dark vision by default.
Oh yeah. I guess we didn't pick because you'd have the other two active most of the time anyway.
It was a pretty busy week.
Mhm.
Alright, they typically weigh around 300 pounds.
Pock's got this.
Pot
doable.
what's Pot's strength?
14.
14, so it's a 3 modifier. And it's
Two.
30 times 3. I
Plus
already
two.
plus 2? I thought it was just 30 times the modifier. Oh, it would be a plus 2, so his thing can only be a 200. He can't carry it by himself.
Doya will help.
Okay. Make the strength check, both Doya and Hawk. With or one of you with advantage.
Oh, yeah, I think your strength's higher than mine. You take it with advantage.
I'll do
It would be
advantage.
with your robot, not you.
What's Doya's strength?
Fairly high.
18. All right, yeah, you guys are able to.
Yeah, 3 is higher than.
Where are you taking it?
I presume back to the house, and then Bo will work on distracting the stomach acid.
Sure,
Yep.
That's a good.
Mister. All tools, and because I'd say, Alnan, would you help as well? 2 alchemists or 2 artificers working at this.
Bo's
Yeah.
going to insist
There you go.
because you also make a good point. I can now start. We should
I would
also
say with
separate out
Alnan's
all the rest of
natural-
the shit and see if we can sell the rest of the shit too to make.
With
stuff more
Alnan's
effective.
natural 20, it would help you here. One of you can make, or one of you with advantage, or both of you individually. I'll have the lower DC for Alnan to make a survival check
My survival.
to
What's your survival
get
modifier?
your first part. The part you're going for is the
What's your modifier,
stomach
though,
acid.
Pro?
Oh, God.
Survival is often the one that's used for like
Oh, like
harvesting
butchering
ingredients
stuff.
from an animal.
Okay.
What's your modifier, though, Pro?
+1 wisdom. That's about it.
You should probably let me do it with advantage. I got +3.
Yeah, you go ahead and go for that.
All right.
That worked out.
Nice.
21. Yeah, you did it
Very
exactly. I don't know how many. I'm wondering if there's probably just the one stomach, but yes, you get multiple. I'd say
Multiple samples.
4
4 vials.
vials that you would require. Each one of them could
8
be
ounce vials?
used. Each individual thing could be is enough to be used in a potion. So you have 4 of those. What else are you going for?
You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me start making
We would
a fucking
definitely-
list.
You guys
We
gotta
start
write
making
this
a
You
shit
would
list,
down.
definitely want its blood.
You guys can write this shit down because yeah, I'm willing to have some NPC out there be able to fucking use shit with these monsters.
Blood and humors usually. You want bile. You want
Hold on. What are they called again? Basilisk.
yes.
Basilisk. I'm sure.
Although the most valuable thing probably are the eyes.
That's what I was thinking. Basilisk.
Yeah, very much. Those things can probably be weaponized, honestly
Stomach
speaking.
acid.
Don't think they work like that once it's dead.
Well,
the
it depends on
components
what
in
kind
it,
of
like,
they
character
still
you
get,
have.
they still
as
get
a-
magic in them.
It depends on what kind of person you bring it to.
Yeah, no. Blood is definitely going to be another good one.
Oh, can we do a? Can we do an? Can I roll an investigation to see if there's anything on its body that may have taken more damage from it being slain?
Sure,
Anything that we might not be able to salvage?
sure.
Here we go. We got Tony Stark and Bruce Banner just working together, taking horse apart.
Please don't build a defense grid around the planet.
No.
This one seems
I've
to have
got
mostly just been
soldiers.
killed by like arrows. It's like it's not that bad. This one. There's
It
not
just
any particular part. Now I'm trying to find out what individual parts you can get. This one page has one thing.
wait. So one of you has a moving set of armor, and the other has a giant cannon.
Mhm.
I'm just saying you could combine them.
Artificer Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you can't because some of you are already going to say, "I want to put the thing on my shoulder," and now you can mate a predator or
Yeah.
robot predator.
We should do that, bro.
In the future, that's something you guys can work on.
Bet.
Right, that's the same page.
Except it's piloted by
Nothing.
in the face by Pra's little marionette, like Pacific Rim.
Well,
God.
this particular page I have here basically says AIDS, which you're not going to get. The gullet, which I imagine is your stomach. You already passed that with flying colors, and the eyes. So
I think the gullet's the throat.
you're going for the stomach. Who knows where the acid and stuff is? You're going for the thing. Unfortunately, it didn't have too much of a list, and that's the only one I'm getting.
Hmm.
You can get bone parts. You can get meat. Did we do another check for the eyes, individual together?
I sent you
Another
a message.
what,
just when we get a
investigation
chance.
or survival?
Survival.
Survival. Sent me a message here.
Did you want us both
I
do it
yelled
or
at you.
just Bo?
I mean, I feel like statistically it's more likely for me to do it by myself with advantage.
The advantage
Yeah.
represents you helping him.
Yeah, so we'll do me with advantage since I have the higher modifier.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, you aren't quite able to get either eye
4
out.
and 5. I like that.
That's fine.
Guess we won't be petrifying anyone. Oh man, that would have been a good way to
damn.
get back at her.
Yeah, I guess I'll go for the blood next.
Damn, the great fucking
Survival
equalizer.
check. Yeah, it depends on just how much of the blood you're getting.
Ooh.
Not bad
Don't
there.
know numbers, and this thing is weigh 300 pounds. I don't. Anybody who's familiar
How-
with like doing this with a normal animal that's 300 pounds? I don't know how much blood you would get from it.
I mean, to bleed
much-
out a deer, you basically just
Suspended.
cut it,
and
hang
cut
it
its throat.
upside down, and
Sure,
put it over
I just don't know how much you would get.
It depends on like.
Get a
Are you
lot.
talking like pure
I don't
blood or
fucking
like
know.
coagulated? Like
Four
vials.
This thing's been
It's
frozen.
probably been
It's
dead
been
for a bit.
frozen for a while. The shipment up here would have taken probably 3 weeks.
We could probably.
So it's
Ew.
probably all like gelatinous.
We could probably wash it
Yeah.
out though. With a power hose.
Yeah. No, you could, and I mean you're artificers. You have ways.
I say you get the skin, and you can have just
We-
the meat itself.
Well, we'd figure it out.
Be feeding you guys for a while.
Potentially, or something. But I want to know how much.
What's
blood.
the-
basilisk burger.
The AC of this basilisk.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Hold on, I gotta Google how much blood in
15.
a 300-pound animal.
Right. Somebody probably actually knows the answer to that. Don't
I mean
they?
that's like a pig or
What? Actually, okay. What
Snails.
percentage of an animal's body weight is blood? 5 to 10% in total volume. If you want to make it super simple, I think that's pretty simple. 5 to 10% of the volume.
My brain can't do the math right now. Someone else do it.
well, human
it's
has
there.
4
You
liters.
can work on that over time because it's gonna take a while more to drink.
I mean, it looks
Um,
like it would be 30 pounds of blood. At most.
Sure, because it's technically thawing blood right now. Did you guys want to go for the scales, like the leather at the bottom, the
30
exterior?
pounds of basilisk.
You might, if you do pretty wood, you
blood.
might be able to get like a decent leather set out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be worth checking.
Yeah, we'll start with the skin. We'll get the skin first. We'll work our way in. That was annoying. The fucking dice was landing on its or sitting on its side. I'm like, that's a 15. Oh no, it's
You're
technically out of the 3.
able to get probably enough for maybe a pair of gloves or a pair of boots or a hat.
Cool.
Basilisk scale hat. I don't know.
Small patch of basilisk.
I'd say like if you maybe use the gloves, I might be able to aid you in other things in the future, or boots or something. I'm trying to determine if basilisks can petrify each other, because it'd be an interesting way to have like a some kind of resistance.
I'm pretty sure they can. Small basilisk.
And
Leather.
just to check to get the how much the meat. I like to say we're cutting this thing up. You guys are cutting this thing up pretty good. Get a lot of the meat. I'm not going to worry too much. It's just sitting here, and you guys are just going to be. You get. I don't know. You don't fuck up half of it. Not too worried unless you're selling it. We'll deal with that later. But you have
Kinda.
your flask. You have what you can use it on. I imagine you go back to potion person and try and get that turned over.
I mean, do we really need to? If this thing is supposed to be able, if she's supposed to be able to use anything that anti-petrification, it's already anti-petrification. If it has to be used to dissolve the meals,
I guess
it should be fine in its current form.
this was my concept of how it worked. I suppose.
I guess also if you want, I could have Bo roll to see if he could figure that out. But that is my logical thought process. She said it doesn't need to be a potion or thing specific, just something that has that property.
So in potion. Yeah. Make an Arcana check to turn it into what you need to. It won't be that high. Does I feel like you have to have some kind of prep for it, but sure. Between the two of you, make one with advantage as well.
All right.
24,
Woo!
you're fine. You got one. You're like, this will fucking do it. So you got it right now.
We did it.
It took you
Yay.
most of the day. All of this took you most of. It's like going on nighttime now.
I like to imagine the sound of power tools is heard through, every once in a while throughout it. It's like, oh wow, that doesn't sound good. What was that? Don't ask. It's a secret.
All right. You guys do that actually quicker than I thought you would. And keep this page.
Woo!
Manual. All right.
We're
So-
just that good.
Are you going to them now? Or are you going to them tomorrow?
Oh, the assholes? I'd say we go
Yeah.
to them now.
All right. It's easy to send the message you need to get a hold of them. They all right, they agree. They said, okay, just outside town. They were like, do it at night. It's a little, sure. We'll go outside of town just to make sure, because they need to have a setup.
And you don't want a unicorn in the middle
Don't want
of
a
town.
unicorn in the middle of the city. It won't
Probably
be
a
that
very
far. You're
unhappy
like
unicorn on
10
top
minutes
of that.
outside. You're not very far. It's out the southeast side. You guys have you've already walked up and down the street a couple times actually with earlier, long time ago, so you know where it is, and you guys meet them out there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine
not
I
gonna let
would've-
them go alone.
I would have dismissed Kevin at some point.
All right,
I don't know if you read my message or not.
I did.
Otherwise, Mhm.
Yeah, Doric, you don't have Kevin with you right now. You guys walk out. It takes you, not that long, 10 minutes outside the city. There's a couple kind of torches placed in a bit of a clearing just off the road to give a decent amount of light. It seems like a part of the ritual has already been set up. Like 2 circles with a kind of tripod and like a scope in the middle.
I'm gonna stay a bit further away from the group and try and hide.
Sure. It's
All-
because
all
some of the
going to
other
be keeping several feet back.
some of the other
Maybe should
materials
rub
were
the
very
line.
easy to get. They were small stuff on terms of the material cost of the spell. I'm not going to say it took a lot to find those. All right, but
I
they
love
seem
throwing
to
your
be
dice around.
they seem to be ready for the ritual. To kind of just cleared out areas, some glyphs and stuff marked on the ground, or at least on the one side, just another area where they're waiting. Again, you kind of make a perception check as you guys are getting closer.
Everybody?
Yeah, this is to hear.
Oh, this is my
Damn
good
it.
one.
Why am I just completely unperceptive?
It just happens.
I forgot to roll with advantage, so I'm just gonna roll again.
Well, this is
Because she's got her shield.
it's fine. You passed. Anything above 15 would have been fine.
But I have 10, so I'm gonna.
Oh, you had 10.
Yes, Sumner.
Would that work for hearing or is that for sight? Doesn't say, I suppose.
With perception checks with the
Yeah, it
shield.
doesn't say. Doubt it.
13 then.
13.
Start.
You kind of hear Waitstone just grumbling angrily, and the gnome isn't saying anything. He's just silently just and she's just getting the idea. It's like she's just mad that she's in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But Noma's just off to the one side. Like she's in near the ritual, and he's off to the just near the.
The gnome's just waiting. Like you don't have to be happy about it, but you're gonna do it.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
just within the torch light of like this. I'd say a circle, maybe 5 torches set up around this area. He's just within it. He's just standing there, just saying a word. And then you guys approach.
And this is the same dwarf that we shut
Yes.
down, right?
Yes.
Cautiously.
Right. Can
approaching,
Alden
yes.
have his force ballista ready just in case shit
You
happens?
can do whatever you guys like to prepare.
Yeah, because he's not trusting that dwarf a bit. And she already took several head blows from Bo.
2.
I don't think I don't expect anything, but
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
after
so
be as
expecting
prepared as you
something.
like.
After the dinner table incident, Alden is staying on his toes.
Welcome to the Wildlands.
Yeah.
We've got fun and games.
So you guys
Don't make me want to play
Casually
Grand Theft Auto
approach.
San Andreas.
What's up?
you guys just casually walk up.
Yeah, walk up and
Yeah.
say, well,
Passive aggressively walk up, but yeah.
it was an annoying task.
With some amount of
Managed to
swagger.
Gather the materials needed.
And sorry, yeah, Bo would produce the one vial that he brought with him.
Oh, that was actually. You guys did that a lot quicker than I thought you would. Good for you.
What can I say?
Just
We're good
the
at
way
what we do.
so just seems kind of disappointed. Like, yeah. All right, well, put the statue here. She points to the area where the glyphs are around.
Walk me through the process of how this is supposed to work. He does hand it over though, but he's gonna walk up and examine the circle.
The idea 4
Because he still doesn't trust her.
is polymorphing the statue. That's what some of these spells are for. To change it, and then its focus goes through the scope to almost enlarge it back to its original shape, and it'll be going through the potion. We'll be probably just placing the potion on the statue itself, or the kind of undo the stonework.
I mean,
Now, typically,
does
it is done with the essence being drawn through the scope, hitting the marble, and then coming into the transmuted clay I would have prepared on this side, and all of that would work into mold around the clay and form the shape. So we're doing it in
basically,
reverse.
Bo is wanting to make sure she's on the up and up and isn't gonna do something stupid. He's
Make an
basically just-
Arcana check or an Insight check to figure out if the shit's right. It sounds like she knows what she's doing.
All right. Yeah, Bo will mutter a couple of words to his owl and have it go fly off and go retrieve Pock from the house.
Okay.
It'll
And
be
that'll
a few
take some
minutes.
time. So you just stand there for a few minutes.
What is the gnome doing while all this is going on? Just monitoring?
He's not really even looking at any one of you. He's just make an insight check.
I got that. I got this.
I'm
not
doing
good
it
at
too.
that, but
I'm
Hey.
right in the middle of the road. Wait,
Go
hold on.
ahead. Anybody else?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So you get the idea. It's like he's going. He's. This is completing his task. He's like, all right, I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm just making. He's just there to make sure shit gets done.
Hmm.
But it's also not his fucking problem. So he's standing over here while she does it.
it's basically like
You messed this up once. I want to make sure you're not going to do something stupid.
it's like internal affairs. Like he's making sure that she corrects her mistake. That's his job, is just to be the witness to say she actually did
Mm-hmm.
the correction.
So
Okay.
it what's the flight speed of your fucking your what did you send your owl?
Oh, the owl? Yeah, I mean,
What you
the
that's
owl's-
what you sent out?
yeah, I sent the owl to Pock, and then Pock will show up eventually. I mean, an owl's got fast movement speed. So.
I'm just saying it'd be 60, and then he would walk back. It'd be probably 20 minutes to half an hour. Oh, you're not too far actually. You're over here. 20 minutes. You guys are
Yeah.
sitting there waiting. It's a little darker. Gets a little colder.
Yeah, it's fine.
So he does like, oh, I kind of wish I brought my coat. And yeah, he shows up.
Gunjin laughs and sleeveless.
You take Primera statue out.
Yeah, but we'll go up and retrieve his bag of holding from Pock and pull out the sparkle covered statue.
And she kind of looks at it and looks at you in the bag. Shouldn't cause a problem. Kind of just like,
Is there a river nearby?
Would
No.
it ever even wash it off?
no water.
Anyone good prestidigitation? No.
Digitation.
It's gonna be a very sparkly unicorn.
I mean, that makes sense.
Nobody.
I have nothing.
Why talk? Just
I have mending. That's about
he
it.
just waves his hand, like he takes his hand out of a pocket, just waves his hand, and all the sparkles just kind of pop off and fall. Place the
Oh.
statue down.
Bo does not thank him. But yes, he places the statue down
All
and
right.
hovers.
She needs some space, but she tries to cast. She starts to cast the spell. Light first. The transmutation of the polymorph and flesh of stone is kind of way it's done is placing the mercury inside like a gum and placing that inside the caterpillar cocoon, the empty one, and then setting that in fire. It would catch. It would catch and it'd be a lot more smoke than you would expect. Basically, the smoke would kind of billow and surround the statue, and then she would pour the basilisk stuff onto it, and you're kind of like, oh, all right, and it goes into it, and there's like a change in color of the smoke, and then she actually takes out a stone mason's tool, and then she takes it out, and she gives you a look, like you're gonna freak out, but she doesn't say that, and she just reaches in through the cloud and just taps once on the statue to kind of trigger the trick, and then the smoke swirls and starts feeding into the scope and kind of blowing out into a larger side on the other end, and everybody make a perception check.
Everybody.
Yeah, but
Everybody.
Perception, hey.
Perception with advantage.
God damn it!
Hey.
I say, Alan, you're more focused on like maybe the spell work. Okay, 22, 19, bow 16. It's even bow. And Greenwin, you swear, even in this dark light, Marble and Doy, you for sure see it. The silhouette, almost like the opacity's been turned down on a big white horse. It's there. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh god, this won't go well.
Knew this was gonna end terribly.
Oh, well that went better than my fucking perception that I have a 4+ bonus on.
All right.
Which one of us is getting turned to stone?
Bo, Greenwin, when the thunder in the sky claps, you don't get knocked on your ass. Everyone else does. And let's see if they do. even Wytalk, and the dwarf is flat out cold. As for those who have a decent perception, I'd say even going back on those other chats we had, where was it? Bo rolled a persuasion on his instead of a perception on his sit.
What'd I do?
You rolled a
instead of
persuasion.
I'll let you roll a new one. Marble, Doya, especially since you guys didn't get knocked on your ass. Or so
I
said
did.
I had Grewin. Marble, did you have a high enough passive?
I'm just that good.
Grewin, you see this, and Bo, there's almost like claw marks that go through the ghost, the kind of image of Primera, and you hear this high pitched cackle as the sky got dark, the thunder clapped, and then everything comes back. It was a bit like very witchy cackle. Yeah, Bo, you're able to stand up, and Grewin, you're able to stand up.
Okay,
You look
we never
over.
got knocked down?
The smoke around the statue is gone. The statue's still there, but I need to roll something. Okay. There was a 10% chance that the statue would break.
Oh.
The statue seems to and looks fine. The dwarf is out cold. Wytalk's just grumbling as he's getting up, going, What was that? What happened?"
I don't know. Ask her. Bo just kind of like kicks her in the ribs.
What happened? Why isn't she back to normal?
I'm gonna pick up the statue. See if she's in there.
You get the impression there's no direct communication. You get the impression that she's in pain, but she's at least there and alive. You just can't get through to her right now.
Alright, she's going back in the bag of holding, and we're gonna start pulling fingernails off the dwarf.
The dwarf's unconscious.
That's fine. She'll wake up.
Okay.
Not
You
pulling
go to
fingernails.
make
I'm
a-
not I'm
I
not
was gonna
pulling
say.
fingernails yet.
With the enhancement mage right beside you,
Yeah,
do I need to pull up the spell list? No, I'm totally pulling up the spell list.
Right.
All right, so yeah, she's untold. It's the torches are out. It was like the kind of shockwave of the thunderclap. There was no actual lightning, but it was like a thunderous clap that just kind of knocked you all on your ass.
Did
So
we
the
see,
there's
the claw
darkness.
marks and the ethereal
Those who
horse?
rolled high enough
Mhm.
were able
Oh,
to.
right. Sorry. Yeah, not me, but we, as in the people that can see.
Yes. So I believe
That was Doya and me.
Doya
And
and
me too, I think.
because I just kind of went off. You were able to see it, and then you were able to see it. Anyone who passed before, basically, even if you got knocked on your ass, you saw it kind of as you were getting knocked on your ass, Marvel.
I guess I saw it too.
No, your perception was sits, Pra,
Oh, well, I mean, if I said anybody who passed before.
who was able to see the ghostly image,
Before.
which
Passed
was,
before.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Which was-
passed before, not the number.
yeah, Doya, and I think I had it was Marble with the 22. Doya was pretty much. It ruined to get high enough. It was 18. Anybody who had rolled 18 before. 19.
Did
yeah,
everyone
Doya
hear
did
the
see
sort
it.
of cackle? Or
Everyone would have heard the cackle. No one, only the Doya and Marble would have seen the claw. And Bo just didn't fall down. Bo and Grewin didn't fall down.
Alright, so what's going on, old man?
And he just kind of looks at you. His hair's a little frizz. I have no actually idea. And walks up and tries to rouse the dwarf.
Oh, Bo's picking her up by the collar and like
I would ask
basically
you to place the dwarf down, please.
he's just standing her up basically. But he's like, she still needs to fix this.
Please step back.
He lets her fall forward.
We could, we can have. I don't care. I'm staying out of this.
Then go home, Doric.
Doya's starting to pace nervously. Kind of try to.
Laughed. I don't think that think that sounded like the dwarf.
It's your personality.
Should
roll to
we?
see if Whitehawk saw that.
Out of character,
With a 19?
would
said-
Smurf try to help?
Presumably, yes.
Oh, Smurf for sure would have tried to heal her. And I guess we're just saying he's around. He had a decent
And disconnect him from my bolt. I don't need to make a phone call right now, so.
he had a decent persuasion or perception. See if he saw, he didn't see shit. And then was he able to stand up? No, he didn't see shit, he got knocked out his ass. Sorry, Smurf. But the Wytalk, as he's not sorry, Smurf goes to try to rouse. He tries to cast a spell, and she doesn't seem to be waking up. But he's able to check that she is alive. She's just not responsive. Wytalk does look back over at the ritual. It's like there was something else, some other creature at hand there. Where did you get this Where did this statue come from? Does he realize? Wait. What are you? And he kind of just looks at the unconscious doors. What have you gotten yourself into?
Well, Bo, where did you get your statue?
Over there.
He just waves off. That was the. He knew where the statue came from with you guys. It was like, where did it come from in the first place?
Well, according to her, it came from Bo gives coordinates.
Coordinates?
Well, tells him what they told her. I say.
Do you remember?
Me? No. Bo? Yes. I've slept since then. I have other things on my mind throughout my life.
We got. I wasn't even there for that, but you guys got them from the wizard.
She got the power to do that from Rosemary Waxcarver out west next to that big elf city. And the condition was to use it on the unicorn. Now, do your characters actually remember this, or do you need Marble to come out and say it?
No, again, because Bo would remember. That being said, I do remember writing this down. I think I forgot to hit click save entry. Because the only thing I have in here is about Tirabasso and Waitstone.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
That was
Yeah.
even longer ago.
Yeah, well, that I got saved down. I know I wrote down the other stuff yesterday and I don't have it. So, again, it was the last night. Bo remembers.
Nothing really seems to click for Wytalk. Well, it seems that your best bet is to head down to Jay Falls. Or it would be
Oh, no,
Peaford.
no.
Yeah, it
She's
would be
coming
Jay
too.
Falls. Like this, she is not.
Well,
Find out.
hey, better
talk
get
to
somebody
the
to come
person
with it.
that taught
no,
her.
No, I'm not letting her out of my sight. She needs to fix this. You can come too. Come on.
You're scolding me for my lack of compassion, Bo,
Make
but
a wisdom saving throw, Bo.
you're letting your stubbornness get it, and your hatred of ass get in the way of helping a friend. So who really lacks
Fuck.
compassion?
He casts Charm Person on you. You're not friends. He casts whatever particular charm.
That was
spell
funnier
you
than
do.
it should have been.
I am taking her to see her medical attention. You and your friends can solve the problem on your own.
That makes
When
sense.
when you talk and find out what it is that has happened here and solve that, then we will help you. Otherwise, there is no point following you.
Could you at least reimburse us for the gold we wasted on this
Is she at dinner?
little failed ritual? I asked the gnome.
That is true, friend. It's the least you could do.
Roll persuasion, Dulric. just
Not a
gives
good-
you a look.
Almond would step up separately and just ask, can you just reimburse me? Because I dropped 400 gold on this.
I don't think they're going to do it.
Is there any more business you have here?
Wow, this guy hasn't known us for very long, but he's already done with us.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of gets done with us after a while, I think.
Yeah.
As if you do not mind, he starts casting a spell. I'm taking my companion, seek medical attention.
No, you should probably do that.
Have a good night. Good luck. Sorry for what
Thank
it's
you.
worth.
Thank you for trying to help.
Then give you a nod, and he'll cast a spell, and they'll both vanish.
Oh. It's a good thing we have
Counterspell,
Doya
counterspell.
around.
I mean, he seemed like a nice guy.
So we don't seem like complete psychopaths to everyone.
She didn't
Man,
like the
Bo's
dwarf, but
gonna
the gnome was okay.
pissed.
Yeah,
In an hour.
Bo's not going to enjoy being
Or-
charmed.
I could have
There's
counterspelled
two.
it, but
He didn't care.
didn't. No, no, I don't mean the teleport. I mean the charm.
Yeah. That was the first one I just saw, but it basically would have been the one I think that lasted. I'm trying to see which. Well, whatever. It got what he needed to get done, so I'm not too worried about it. So,
Well, that bet went to Spouto as well as we
Marble,
should have expected.
Walks up from the nearby tree line. He's like, well, that went all right.
I was
At least they
expecting
didn't-
something to attack us, I just wasn't expecting it to
Duh.
happen like that.
You
Do
guys
I-
see those claw marks? That was gnarly.
What was that?
Could have gone worse.
It was scary.
Yeah, that was not how I expected that to go at all.
What do we do now?
Don't think that horse gonna hang on much longer.
Doya's
Unicorn.
eyes start to water.
Whatever.
I like how we're basically making Marble do nice things because Doya makes him feel bad for not wanting to do nice things.
The way is the one weakness of edgy teenagers.
I mean, don't count on it because that's not gonna work.
I know.
But as it happens, Marble kind of wants to go there now, so he'll just like follow along if you decide to do so.
He'll complain just to keep up appearances.
He has a reputation to maintain.
You heard something about like a lot of power. He wants to see that stuff for himself. And also, he's curious about what's going on with the alchemist.
I think the best chance of being able to figure out what stopped the ritual is to go talk to the one that made them turn it into a statue in the first place.
Well, either way, I think we'll have to call it a night and recollect ourselves in the morning, I suppose. I'm feeling a little off after the explosion.
Where's Char? She loves making plans. She's gonna love this.
She's the only one of the rest of you I haven't seen since.
She's been
Matters to me
interior
back here.
decorating.
She's still getting ready for the gala yesterday.
She says the curtains don't match the carpet.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know what she's talking about. They're both red.
it's almost like it's the only thing I have.
That does sound like Shar.
I think it has something to do with their seasonal
Shar's very
changes.
Shar's very passionate about the decorating. She's very smart.
He's crazy.
Same.
Did one of
Seems
you
like that's a
tell
common
her that
trait
the
here.
gala already happened so that she's not going too crazy getting ready for the gala?
Whatever. Let's just go home.
It's been a long
If
day.
you really want to save a freaking horse, then you can freaking do that tomorrow.
Let's get some rest. We'll think about it more tomorrow.
Did you ascertain if your friend survived that explosion? Is she still in there? Are we now wasting our time literally beating a dead horse?
Doya looks at Doloric with teary eyes.
If you don't stop upsetting Doya, I'm gonna beat you.
I mean, someone as dim-witted as you who was tricked by a simple spell like that, I can understand resorting to physical violence. A fucking friend spell? Are you serious?
I need to, out of character, I need
What's this?
Charm person.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
someone's getting headbutted. I can see this happening.
See, he can resort to physical violence because it's a lot less lethal than mine.
That's a fair point.
Perhaps I should have suggested you as an apprentice for the wizard instead of Marble. At least he has the common sense to stay out of range of such things.
You still don't got the common sense to stay out of my range when you're talking about me.
At this point, I just want to go home.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
I'm really mad I rolled above a 10.
Oh, were you?
You were rolling high or low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because bows are already pissed anyway in general, and you're just poking the bull, so to speak.
Well,
Out of
maybe
character, I'm going to start making a running betting pod about which one of us is going to hit Dolric.
I want to remind you of like the last serious time that I rolled a fucking like high or low to see if I attached to the party member. I almost one shot Don. It was the
did.
one time I was super fucking awesome.
but yeah. So you guys go. Maybe a long rest will help clear Bo's head. You guys just go back home, go to bed.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bo's gonna talk to Primera. Like he'll probably be up
Yeah.
late tonight, either
And
trying to
it-
communicate or reassure her.
It takes some time.
I have
You
to be a
get-
dick. I rolled a 1.
You do get a sense that
I know, Brew. Bo doesn't.
She
We're not
could
taking that personally.
she could actually feel it like helping, and then there was an intense amount of pain. She thinks she's okay now.
Does she recognize the presence? Does it seem
No.
familiar? No. Okay.
So it wasn't like connected to the dwarf. You got the sense.
More so.
It
like,
was
I was
something
more so. I
outside
was more so thinking.
The spell work.
I was more so
that did this.
wondering if Primera felt a connection with it.
Not with
Maybe
it, anything outside. No.
Okay. Yeah, but we'll be up a little bit, talking with her and reassuring her, and just trying to distract her as best as he can, because Bo's a nice person.
So in the morning, what you guys doing?
Eventually, I'm gonna go see if that ship's gone.
What ship? Oh, the basilisk.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking roll. I imagine they're going to be in dock for a few days, so it's not gone.
I figure as much. If it's not, then I'm not doing anything else. As soon as it's gone, I'm making another bag of holding.
Okay. But yeah, and what are you guys doing in the morning? What's your plans now?
Dude, I'm proud of myself for thinking of that. I
Oh,
thought that was
bad.
pretty fucking good.
I said they're. Well, I wouldn't fucking know any difference. So
At this point, Almond's probably just sleeping in.
I guess Gree probably
but
followed
when
you guys
everyone
home
wakes
last
up, what's the plan? Is what I'm saying.
I assume we're going to talk about going to... What's this place?
What's it called? Great Falls?
Falls.
Che Falls would be in the Southlands.
Okay, what? What's
So
the
we're
name of the town?
Here,
We need a boat.
down in
right?
the south.
Che
Oh, we
Falls.
need to
Almost
take
like
the
I'm ready.
train.
Yeah, so this is the location. You know, Anados is here now already, and this is just outside of this city is where this person is.
This is
Right.
where
And this
the
is actually the Elven capital.
this is where the
or-
unicorn came from too.
No, the land is.
The land is.
The impressions
was
you
a-
got,
Around there, right?
yes, is up in that area.
Okay, might as well.
Okay.
Woo.
How are you getting there?
If we're leaving on a long journey, we probably should take Char along.
On the train,
Okay.
I assume we'll contact our. Well, we'll just go down to the city and take the train. And we don't have to contact anyone.
I feel like it would be fun if we NPC drug her along most places that we're going.
I
at this point.
suppose this will
We
be
can
me
ask her
then.
and
NPC
yeah.
going. Air would go. Well, didn't Roth make the train? Maybe he'll get us a trip for free.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to continually use that source.
Well, I mean, he already mentioned. He's already said, "Hey, fucking." Let me know
I mean,
where
it's
you're
not like
living.
Dolric would have any scruples about continually using that sword.
No, not at all.
Dolric would try to get blood from the stone.
Yeah, and he said he already says you got. Do you guys go ask basically for tickets?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Is it-
so
oh.
we're leaving this day, right?
It's up to you.
It's your friends that's dying.
It's literally, I
Marvel
would say at
doesn't
this
care.
point you're literally in his room going, "All right, when you guys leaving?"
Today.
All right, no problem. This will be perfect. You guys finish your job up there, and then he writes down something on a piece of paper. Name I forgot to actually generate.
We are. Sorry, my head's a little out of sorts today. We are escorting, protecting something.
When you guys are done, I should have everything done. Meet a. Where's my name generator? I already asked it.
Is Grewin coming along?
Yeah, she would have already told the night before they went and did the ritual, she would have stopped by March and say that these people are still out getting into trouble and I don't want to leave them alone now that my time is freed up, so I am going to follow them, and she still has to find more book pages anyway.
Yeah, you got the impression this might be the direction you're going anyway.
Yeah. She wants to keep the group safe, and she thinks it'll give her a point towards one of the other pages, so she's going to kill the birds as one stone.
So that was half of what I was wondering. The other half is she following us into Roth's place? Because I think I remember she
Oh
hates
yes.
the guy.
Are you going there?
Sure she is, because Bo's invited her.
Does she have to go in to get the ticket?
I mean, Bo would just drag you in.
I guess if Bo isn't giving her an option, she likes Bo enough to not fight with him, so she'll
He just
put
gives
up
you a
with him.
pleasant nod when he sees you.
Trying to remember, why do I hate this guy again?
Because Dorit spoke in your mom. Oh no, it's because of the eye thing.
It's because of the eye thing.
The old prejudice against Sears.
Oh,
And-
that's right. she
And
thinks
also,
he's a
you really didn't like it when he tried to figure out what would make you go along with his thing, if I remember.
I think Dolra
Yeah.
tried to taunt you at this time, but you taught him, or was that just before?
I think that was just
No.
me. At the time, I'm the only one he tried to mess with.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he
I-
did agree one.
No, I
Hmm.
tried it on. I did try it on someone, and they caught on, but I think it was Doya. But she,
That was later,
Really?
though.
yeah,
I think I don't think you had tried that with Gree yet. I think Gree
No.
just doesn't like Doya, or not Doya. She likes Doya. I think
You talked physically with Grewin, and, like, fed into her dislike because you were being a dick that day.
yes,
Yeah,
correct.
like,
I
like
played on
basically
her.
She was already upset at the fact that we were dealing with a seer, and you didn't understand why that was so bad. And then you also talked down to her and act like a dick, and so she's hated you ever since.
I mean, that doesn't seem like.
Not even a little bit.
Okay, I get it.
I can't remember, so
I
you say so. No, I
Yeah,
mean
and
I
you
can
got
remember.
upset because you could see him like using his power to try and manipulate us as we were talking to him.
Yeah.
yeah. That's right. I remember now. This is what I get for disappearing for like 5 months.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I recall that, but Doric would act like he has no recollection of that.
So yeah, he just kind of gives you a nod and thanks you for the aid. He actually thanks for working with the pirates and the people, the scaled folk. Kind of poked Marsh.
Let me ask you one question before we depart. How dangerous are those wizards? We got up to a pretty tense point with them the other night.
The ass, you mean?
Yes, it was just the two of them, but
They each are undoubtedly masters in their specialization, and they're out here because who's gonna stop them? They kind of police themselves in a way.
That's gonna change.
He just kind of just puts his hands up, like it's them a lot to kind of think outside their own personal interests, but gotta talk to him, right? Money helps. Thought they tossed a lot.
Should probably stop paying them.
No, that was just to get them to help with the invasion. Or do you think they did the kindness of their own hearts?
Well, no, of course they didn't.
I fucking had to pay those people. They basically made a new Wayne with the money I had to give them of their stool.
You should probably stop paying them altogether. Make your own faction.
They're useful.
Make your own
That's
useful
what I
faction.
have you for.
You want to make a faction with me? Let's go.
Your whole group? People like you. You're not the
Oh.
only individuals out there that are lots of potential. Like I said, when you're finished with your work, contact this name, and he kind of slides the paper over, and I have it typed in there. Lorson at Raystone.
Lorson?
Yes, Lorson. That's where you're going to talk to him about my job. He's kind of wait. He should be done by the time you guys are done, or be ready by the time you're done. But I don't, it's not that big of a rush. And they are having a celebration soon, actually, out there. Maybe the next month. Have some fun while you guys are out there. One of the heroes of valor. That's where they originally came from, I believe.
Holly? Hush.
Well, good luck. He basically gives you the tickets to go on the train. Guys, pack your things.
Yeah.
You have Shar basically with you.
Mhm.
Smear,
Yeah.
easy.
Mhm.
Put the benched party members in the back.
Yep.
They don't get off the
Both-
ship until they're.
Bo is somehow still not met Goon.
Did you just leave Goon in the house?
I smell Goon, but I don't see Goon. It's like a stink that's in the walls.
No, that's Marvel.
How fast is this train now? Are we going to be sleeping on the train?
Getting to Chase Falls would take a full day of travel. 23 hours.
No, just?
Yep.
That's,
That's not bad.
Yeah, well,
pretty
there's a
freaking
few
fast.
stops. There's actually a few stops they've added. So it'll be about 23, 24 hours to get. It's not a large land, honestly. So it's actually interesting how much, going from one direction on just slightly different speed on boat up to the Stadlands is this basically the same amount of time it would take to get to Che Falls on train at different speeds. Like it's 24 hours both ways, basically, from this centered city. I'm like, that's interesting. That's cool.
Certainly worse things it could be.
Walking sucks. But now you guys got a nice fancy train. decent coach. He paid for like first. He gets you in on like first class up
We
in the
needed
front.
first class because Char wouldn't cover
Yeah.
the bus.
Oh,
That's what I was
exactly.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
Basically,
No
right?
way.
It's almost like as the tickets are being put down, you didn't. He's just waiting for you to show up. Some of you know why, some of you don't. Rod doesn't actually know yet. And yes, you guys just get on the train and head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Just out of
train,
curiosity, how
Yep.
fast does the train go?
it is 15 to 20 miles per hour. I have here. It's a locomotion train.
Oh, okay, so
Steam
it's,
engine,
it's not like a high
Back to the
speed that's
Future
faster
freight
than a
train.
horse at all, right?
I mean, especially
It's
with
just the fact
horse,
that it can go without
without
stopping.
Yeah.
Right.
There are 2 stops, but basically, as you get to about here, it's almost like over a bridge, and that landmass I kind of don't like after I made it. It's more of a like a kind of like a ravine. It's not too much water going through, so you can't get boats through it, but it's a nice big ass bridge that you guys cross over. And then you get into the big plains. The first stop is a city called Fen Plain. They only stop off there for a bit, and then Rose Hill, just outside the Rose Thorn forest there. Then you hit the Bay of Peaford and Che Falls. It takes that's movement speed. I suppose stopping at each location would probably take a little bit longer. But,
So Marble is being like more quiet and reserved than usual, but that's because he thinks the train is really fucking cool.
He's really impressed.
Who would be bunking together, or would we have like a whole? Just curious, like, would there be like rooms, or would we just be sitting in like?
I think that's like probably a train with just a bunch of benches.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm imagining.
it's first
too.
class, but it's first class in the
Yeah.
what fucking
It's the difference
1700s
between,
train,
like-
1800s
Yeah.
train.
Yeah.
It's
That's the better class of benches.
Just
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, the benches
means
would
they
be
give
like
you
in little
food for
rooms,
free.
wouldn't they? I'm picturing like the Harry Potter train, where they have like individual little
Oh, I'm
rooms.
picturing the Lucky Luke trains.
I'm picturing the Back to the Future 3 trains.
Oh,
see, and I'm
'Cause this
just
is
picturing the train that
my
I
train.
ride on every day.
I
Dang,
just
there's
thought of
trains.
like a
No, this is
steampunk or something like
steam.
that.
That was just basic ass just coal engine train. You guys.
So I like to
After all-
imagine as they're going on the train and it's nighttime and they're sleeping, Doya usually sleeps on the floor in her shell. So I imagine like with the vibrations of the train going forward,
Just
she's
sliding.
gonna like she's gonna be like kind of going around under
Just
the
add like boxes and stuff around her, like stuff her in basically, like surround her with your luggage.
See, I thought she was gonna like vibrate just enough that she like annoyingly rattles against the ship hull or the floor.
We just like
Just-
jam her in the corner.
Yeah.
It's just like the entire fucking night.
Put her in the overhead.
It's like a hammock.
This is fun.